last session that well, so I don't think I should recap. Who
No,
the
don't worry.
fuck?
You were both there and not there. You were the
I mean,
entire setting of the last episode.
I was about to say the problem is that it was all in Annis's head, so Annis should remember.
I mean, you were dreaming. Doesn't mean you have perfect memory. No one can
I remember
reasonably expect you to
everything that
remember everything.
happens. Do what?
No one should expect to remember everything about what happened in their own head.
I don't remember anything unless it is convenient for plot reasons, and then I totally remember everything.
I mean, that's how it goes. Yeah, like just for, and this is, obviously live slash recording slash whatever it is we do. Uh, but yeah, unfortunately for anyone trying to recap off of the old recording, the sound was garbage. So I'm re-editing that second by second and going to re-upload it at some point to hopefully be more coherent. But for the sake of like recapping what happened last time, I will give a very high level recap. There may be more details
Hey.
that I'm not mentioning that we can fill in later. But yeah, so last time forever ago, because also there's a giant time lag, and if the sound of everything is different, it's because I am recording from an entirely new location using a different setup, and I think all of you are also in an entirely new location since last time. Um,
No,
No.
yes and no. We rearranged the furniture.
right. Not entirely then. Like I think the last recording was right after you'd moved into that location, and we were still figuring that out too. So a lot of things happened last
Yeah.
time that didn't work. Um,
Yay.
so we'll see what do.
Yeah.
But working on it. We're working on it. And so last go round, because it has been so forever, was taking place inside of Annis, who was asleep. Slept nearly the whole time. So lazy. Um, yeah, with the fun of entering a dreamscape, similar to what they did for Scribe, the group entered Annis's dreamscape so that they could make contact with Morgan and resolve some of this Morgan poking into Penelope's head nonsense. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending, Annis's subconscious is apparently a Game Boy Color. Um, so yeah, they found themselves in effectively a very obvious riff on Pokemon, rooted in her childhood, and they wandered through a few different areas. They, over the course of it, again, very summarized, they encountered uh, her uncle, who challenged him to a Poke battle, and not her uncle, her grandpap. Grandpap challenged them to a Poke battle, which was possible because Derek was turned into a Sandshrew. Um,
Yes,
yeah, it
he
was weird.
was.
You should be there. So Derek turned into Sandshrew. They had a Poke battle. Grandpap, they had to deal with um, Pokemon ship captain Van-Fem, and in the process got Freduo. And
I forgot about
then,
Fred Duo.
yeah,
Oh no.
they had Freduo, and then they had to go defeat the gym leader, who was a younger version of Annis. And once they defeated her, they got the necessary access to actually make contact with Morgan. Again, a lot more happened. This is the summary version. Morgan then spoke with Penelope, and the others were in earshot for most of the conversation, and essentially made her case that Penelope should wake her up. And she offered, among other things, to provide assistance in the form of her abilities as the Lady of the Past, so to speak. Like the Ladies of the Lake correspond to past, present, and future, with Nimue as present, usually dealing with current right now problems, and Vivian dealing with the future and shaping things to avoid the worst outcomes. Well, Morgan handles the past, and that includes the ability to actually roll back some things locally. Namely, she can take a problem or something bad that happens to someone and wind it back to a state from before that happened, or at least that's what she professes to be able to do that, which may be appealing based on some of the challenges facing the party and certain characters within it. So she made her case to Penelope. Some other stuff came up. You got a little bit of history on there. I'm not going to recap all that, but it's there in bad audio quality right now for anyone who wants to listen to it. Hopefully, better quality later. Anyway, you went through all that subconscious stuff. You also got to see younger Freddie and what life was like before then, because you guys are nosy. Looked around, and then you woke up, and it's like, oh, neat. That was a thing that happened. And then you went downstairs. You started the day. When you went downstairs, you discovered the two harvesters that you've been repeatedly encountering throughout the entire campaign, all the way back to session like 1. And in the process, they informed you that they were kind of laying low, that but they came here to let you know that the harvesters are kind of on standby mode per your agreement for the moment, but also you came to realize that like the butcher was apparently laying low and hidden somewhere, waiting for the Grail War with a hostage. And I didn't know who that is. Prompting Aidin to, I believe, spend quite a while unhappy as we faded off on that cliffhanger. And today we are going to pick up about a little under a week later. So I guess I can advance the end game clock a little bit. The groups have done some stuff on the side, but not, I don't know if anyone wants to announce what they were doing, but it's nothing, I think, super focused. In general, for a group awareness, Johnny is currently level 0 because she lost all of her warlock levels. So she has 4 HP as a commoner and will not be participating in any violence for a little while as she retrains
Understandably.
into a new class. So,
Hey. Johnny is construction in progress.
yeah. Oh, that's fun. That's a coincidence. I didn't plan that. Anyway, so that was all on the 19th. We're skipping ahead 5 days, like we said, to April 24th, which is a full moon.
Hey!
That was not planned, but I'll take it.
That
So,
certainly is a type of moon.
that tracks.
Fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Okay, bye, bitch. Have
Bye.
Okay, bye.
fun. Good luck with that.
Alright, bye.
So, how are we picking up? Is like I'm just gonna burst into the shop and be like, "We need to go kill a spider," or what?
Oh yeah, because I will start this off. Yeah, I mean, he's been searching around for 4 fucking days at that point.
Yeah.
Really upset. Really fucking upset. I guess, yeah, he'll like, you'll see, like, because he'll go through the back way. He's got his veil on, so it's just like this horse fucking plowing through town.
Yeah.
This is normal.
Normal. I mean, at least I use the front door and, like, rip it open.
Let's
With my
see.
veil.
Oh, actually, there are some other things that I can tell you that happened in the
Yeah.
light abstract. So while Aiden was running around being a horse, and checking in with probably other people in Sherwood and stuff like that. Shortly after the last session, when Buck left to interact with Diana, um, I'd say maybe a day or two later, um, Anise went to check on him because she hadn't really heard from him in a little bit, and found a note informing them, quote, oh, did you guys hear that, or was it just me?
I heard an O.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think my headphones have decided to let me know that they are not paired with my phone for some reason. So hopefully that means I'm the only one who hears that and it's not in the backup recording, or that's going to get obnoxious. Anyway, yeah, so she finds a note from Buck that informs you, quote, "Met a girl, see you in a few months. Bye."
Damn it.
Oh no.
Well, I guess I don't. I mean, I guess I've got a few months of. I can tend to the shop. I'm not gonna go off and go on any adventures for a little while, I think.
Aidin busts through the front door. Anise! We gotta go places.
What? And like Anise has
And
obviously been using everything at her disposal, all her connections, to try and look for Nina, and has been unsuccessful. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just Aidin like swings it and is like, can't find her, can't scry, can't locate, can't anything. Just gone. Poof.
Well, I mean, at least she's a hostage, so he's not going to hurt her
He can't by contract.
by contract. It's true. So it sucks, but at least we know she's safe for now. Now I've got to tend the shop for the next few months, because Beach is off being a paladin and Buck is off being a whore.
Anise, what's a whore?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay. Well,
He's off being a slutty man whore.
that sounds nice.
No, it's not.
Okay, never mind.
Well, I mean, for him.
Noted. Okay, well, I've been thinking.
Okay.
Already really not happy situation with Nina and
Sparkles. Look at that slutty man
I
whore.
thought I had a newer.
You do. I just thought that one would be funnier. Because he has the sparkles.
Fair and valid.
Yeah, it's entirely because I thought the sparkles are funny.
I not okay with Nina's situation, and
Of course.
we still missing people.
Yeah.
Sherwood.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait. No more. I can't handle that.
Yeah, I agree. We can't leave the situation with Shelara until the Grey Wall. It's too many variables.
She's danger.
She's very dangerous. She'll only get more dangerous if we wait.
Mm-hmm. Especially with masters, if
Yeah.
she gets
Yeah.
seal.
Even
Bad.
if she doesn't get command seals, she could steal them from someone.
Mm.
Even if she doesn't, yeah, we have to go deal with her.
Save the people proper, if not alive, burial for them. Recover.
Yeah. I mean, okay, the real problem is it can't just be you and me and Derek. Like,
Yeah.
we're
Penelope, no.
and
no.
Penelope wouldn't go along.
Spiders.
Well, I mean, we probably need to contact Diana anyway because it's kind of her mission, right, to help us with Shelara.
Yes.
I'll see if I can get the paladins to come along, but something tells me probably not.
He just kind of nods along to this. I messaged Diana.
Oh,
Sending.
sure, because I don't know that I have. Might. I'll try and get in contact with Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll do that while you contact Beach if you want to do that first.
And I know, like ahead of time, I already asked. Tied up something else.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was.
At
play
least
out.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
All right. Well, I gotta figure out 25 exact words right now.
It doesn't have to be exactly
25.
You can just
So-
say, you can
but
just,
wait,
so,
okay,
just
before-
go sup nerd, yeah.
Before you waste ascending.
Oh dear.
Oh lord.
Go, I'm saying, before you waste ascending.
Yeah.
You do have Penelope's number.
That's true.
Oh.
And Penelope is over at Diana's right now, and you guys would know this.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
phew.
Wait. Hold on, Pulseman. Before you do that, no,
He
don't.
takes the fingers down from his head. Just, yes.
Penelope is with her, I think. So I'll just call
Oh.
Penelope.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
He takes out his phone too. Do I have Penelope? And he hands you the phone because he's still learning.
I don't know, big guy. Probably just shuts it and hands it back to you and just beep boop beep boop boop. Dials Penelope's number.
Rings a couple of times.
Just making you
Ring.
wait.
Ring, ring.
Banana phone.
Ring, ring,
What is Penelope's ringtone?
ring. I feel like I sent you, like, the MIDI of it at some point,
Oh my
but
god.
I don't remember what it sounds like at all.
That's fair.
I'll have fun editing that into this episode in 20 years when I get there.
You have to find something that'll play in MIDI.
Right.
Oh, hold on. I can throw it in the chat really quick. Hold on. I got this. I found the YouTube video.
Oh, good.
Oh lord. It's weird. She normally picks up right away.
Oh no.
I mean, okay. I guess
You
I'll
should call her again.
Oh, it's having me leave a mail.
Oh, is Anna still not technically knowledgeable enough to actually?
No.
Oh no, it's like two children over the
okay.
phone.
Penelope, please call me back soon. I need to talk to you. It's kind of an emergency. A little bit. And okay.
Here over the side. Emergency.
Flips the phone, flips it back up. Beep boop, beep boop. Ring.
Takes her 5 minutes to dial in the number
I
still.
forgot I had the headphones on.
Yeah, like you're over there grooving, and I'm like, I can't hear anything.
Cutting it off. Besides. Okay.
I
don't
mean, I
even
could
know if
also
this-
pull that up on my laptop or the desktop.
I mean, I played it on the recording, so it'll be there with you talking over it at some point. in the
Oh
future.
man. I wish I knew this was the ringtone the entire time, because every time she's been making a
She's
call,
not picking up.
I would have been dancing.
Should I call her a third time or wait for her to call me back? Or
Call in the head? He starts putting the fingers up to his head.
no, like we should wait.
Oh, okay.
Let's give it here. Have some candy, big guy.
Oh, ooh, thank you, Anise. And starts shoveling them into his mouth.
I should probably get Derek too. You want him to leave? We should leave soon.
Soon.
Oh, I need to get in contact with Uncle Heath, and if he can manage the shop. If not, I guess I'll just close it. Hopefully, we won't be gone for that long.
Alright, Annis, your phone rings.
It's the default ringtone, unless you would have set a different ringtone for Annis on her flip phone.
Somehow she manages to put it as like a voice memo of just Penelope going, Annis, pick up the phone!
Oh, there's Penelope. Hello.
Hey, sorry, I saw where you tried to call me like 15 times.
Oh, I thought I only did it twice. Did I accidentally dial you 15
You
times?
know, like 30 times.
30? I didn't know it could do that. This phone is cursed.
Yeah, probably. Anyway.
Are you with Diana right now?
Yeah, what's up? What? Sorry, I didn't pick up because we were in the middle of a training thing.
Oh, we need to talk to her.
Oh,
Pass phone over, please.
Aidin is saying pass phone over, please. Or,
oh, okay, okay.
or maybe have her call me?
That might be easier. Hold on, and she puts her hand over the mouthpiece. Like, hey, Diana, do you have time to talk to Annis on the phone? I don't know why she wants to talk. Hold on. Why do you want to talk to her again? I thought you didn't like her.
No, we're cool now. The spider problems.
She needs help with an extermination. I think her shop has bugs.
No.
Do you
very
have bugs?
specific. No, it's a very specific problem with a very specific spider that you don't want to be involved in. Shelara. It's about Shelara.
Fuck. Yeah, no. Wait. What happened now?
We want to go murder her. Just can.
Shh. Wait. She's in Dream's End, guys. You know that, right?
We know.
So you're gonna go to Dream's End a whole 6 months early
Yep.
to deal with Spider Bitch
If we leave
in a
her
place
there,
you've never been.
if we leave her there, she will only get worse, and then we'll have another problem on our hands to deal with, on top of all of the other problems that we're going to have during the Grill War. We need to get her now.
But what if?
Penelope,
What?
either hand over the phone to Diana or have keys.
I'm just gonna have her call you and she hangs up. Like, we're talking like she has a BlackBerry, so she can't really find the phone, but she like gently pushes the end button and then slams it on the countertop.
It's like, I got a warranty. I can be rough with it.
God damn it! It's like, Diana, give her a call. She's like, is it really that important? Yeah. It's about Shelara. Ugh. Give me the phone number. Boop 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 boop. Ring ring.
Are you gonna do the ringtone?
I don't know what Diana's ringtone sounds like.
Oh, so it's
Oh
not...
no, it's not on Penelope's phone.
Oh. Well,
Ring,
no,
ring.
you programmed Anis's phone to say, Anis, pick up the phone. Was that only for Penelope?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's like Penelope's
special
ringtone is
one.
literally just Anna's pick up the phone.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
Penelope.
Okay. Okay, so the phone's ringing.
Ring ring.
Hello?
Hello,
Oh.
Annis.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
Long story short, Aidin and I think it's a good idea to go murder Shelara now rather than till later.
You're wanting to go into Dream's End
Yes.
early
Yes.
to murder a spider bitch.
Yes. We're going to go whether you come with us or not, but we would really appreciate the help.
Fine. So wait, hold on. You're asking for my help.
I'm asking for your help. I don't have a lot to offer in terms of like monetary or other means.
Oh,
I
don't
can,
worry. I know you couldn't afford me.
I can offer you potions.
mm,
If we do this now, you won't have to be involved in the Grail War. And the longer we leave her in there, the worse she's going to be when we deal with her.
this is revenge for your cousin Buck, isn't it?
No.
I mean, because I might have accidentally put him in touch with a girl and they accidentally hit it off. I don't know.
I don't care who or what my cousin sticks it in, honestly.
I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Sticks what in what?
I'll tell you when you're older. It's a little annoying that he's gonna be gone for months, but I mean, it is what it is.
Hang on a second. She covers the mouthpiece. She completely glazed over that joke. I'm kind of shocked. Hello. You did hear where I said he wasn't that bad, right?
I don't care who or what my cousin sticks it in. I don't want to know. I've never heard any of his former lady friends complain, but I don't want to know.
It's too much.
This conversation would go on too long anyway. Anywho, so when do you want to meet up to discuss how this is going to go down?
As soon as possible at my shop.
Okay, give me like 5 minutes.
What's your favorite
10
paper?
minutes?
I mean, you can take as much time as you need. What kind of paper do you like?
Honestly, I'm not that big on pastries.
Oh. Well,
Friendship
do you
over.
have- friendship over.
friendship ended.
Do you have croissants?
I can get croissants.
Okay, cool. Sure, I will meet you at your shop for croissants and conversation in. Actually, hold on. No, I need to reach out to Nimue first. So it'll be about an hour.
Okay, that
Okay.
sounds okay.
Cool. All right. Do I have your address?
Yeah, you were.
Yes, I do. I am apparently stroke.
Yeah, you were there. You were there.
So I'm going to hang up now. She hung up the phone.
Showing up.
She actually does have a flip phone,
Okay.
so she can't just be like.
Good news is that Diana is going to be to discuss this. I don't think this bad. Well, the bad news is Penelope may be mad at us, but she'll get over it. If we make it
But-
back alive.
Making safer for her, for everyone.
She'll get over it.
Okay.
Or she won't. I don't know. She's her own halfling.
Meanwhile, Penelope's over there like, Johnny, what the fuck? Can you believe that they're going to Dreams Inn now? Of all the
Yes.
fucking times they could go?
I mean, yeah. They're not making us go, right? Because I would die of a newspaper
look,
fell on
no,
my head
no.
right now.
If they tried to drag us along with them for this, I would be like, fuck no. And also, how dare you for trying to put Johnny in danger? And then I would take Aidin to the glue factory.
Oh my god! I love how they purposely
Wait.
were like, we don't want you here for those very reasons, and we respect that
And
you're
then-
scared of spiders, and
and
she's
then-
like, I'll murder them.
All right, so
And
first
then
of all, Aidin probably doesn't know where glue comes from, so
No.
it would probably
Didn't
go
Anne
over his
actually
head.
stop that conversation? She did. She's like, don't tell them where glue comes from. I think she actually threatened somebody.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember that. Oh, good time.
Also, don't explain Jello to him.
You know, I tried. I also tried to explain marshmallows.
Yeah, I think that's what you're playing.
Yeah, I think yeah.
He's gonna find out one day.
I vote to not be there when that happens.
Fair.
The meltdown.
I only have like on a scale of 1 to 255, I'm at like a 4. So
And his hooves.
I don't
do
think I
at
can
least-
handle that.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll get you back up to speed.
Yeah,
Such
working on it.
specific numbers, John.
I know.
She's quite aware.
Oh.
Cut to Johnny doing like 1 sit up.
It's like, all right, I've done it for today.
Meanwhile, Anise is going to go find her uncle and also Derek in whatever
my
order she finds them
God.
in. That doesn't have to be on screen. It's basically just
Yeah, you're
I'm
recruiting them
going-
like for simplicity, I'm going to operate in the assumption that you've had this conversation. You're not going there till the next day so that you all have time to properly prepare for a trip as
Mhm.
opposed to just going. So we'll
Yeah.
say this conversation happened on the Saturday. It'll be the Sunday. You're all presumably going to travel together to Sherwood. We don't have to play through that.
Mhm.
You can get there, no problem. You can drop off that rope you've been meaning to return.
Poor
And
rope.
and if there's any other supplies, like I assume you've updated your inventory since we knew you were going to do this, even if your characters didn't.
Oh yeah, I wanted to get a bunch of battery-powered lanterns, one for everybody in the group, and then enormous amount of batteries.
I mean, that's fine.
Somehow it says I still have 2 potions in linguistics, so I'm going to delete that.
Delicious. You've got a potion of very early Duolingo.
Yeah.
Summons a bird that hits you until you learn a language.
I do still actually have my potion of Eldath's faith protection. So that'll be
Mhm.
beneficial.
Oh, and can we say that in the time that Aidin was crazy, Anise was just brewing potions like crazy?
I mean, I assume she was doing that.
Okay.
And then Diana would inform the two of you that, like, to basically prepare to be gone for a whole week.
Okay.
Oh.
because the trip down to wherever Shelara is going to take a day, possibly longer.
So she knows?
She has been in contact with Nimue,
Okay, gotcha.
who does know this shit. Sort of.
Yeah.
Like, hold on. Let me pull up the note. Yeah, it's just she was told bring supplies for at least a week. And you're stuck there, or wait, no, you're not stuck there. Yeah, it's she was informed it may take an entire day simply to get from the to the world below. It isn't to plan for the.
Okay. We don't need to have like, food and water and stuff, or do we, in the inventory? Is this suddenly going to be Morgan Trail?
We're not going to be keeping close. Like, essentially, for the purposes of food and stuff, I'm operating on the assumption that since you come from the modern world, you can literally get this stuff in a store pretty cheaply. If you lose track of your bag, then we start caring about food. Um, but I'm not going to make you tick your way through that. We're not there yet.
If I need to start putting a slot towards create food and water, I will, because I can make food if it becomes necessary.
Right. Well, it's sort of the thing when you've got a divine caster. Like
Yeah.
you could swap your spell out one day and make some food if you needed to, or Annis could just prep good berry and then you eat good berries.
Fair.
Like it's kind of not worth the trouble of keeping up with as long as
Yep.
it's reasonable.
And
It's
we can
your reminder that
forage.
Goodberry is probably one of the most banned spells in that entire genre of game because it trivializes survival, and it's a
It
level 1
does.
spell.
It really does. Because, like, create food and water is, like, level 3, so it's kind of brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Goodberry is broken, especially if you get it as one of the life clerics who gets to add their wisdom to
Oh,
the healing
yeah.
or something. Like it just gets stupid very fast.
That is true.
It's like just one of the ones where it's like, and then add that per healing. Like, well, here's 6 good berries, gain 30 HP, or just whatever. It just gets very dumb. The
I
spell is
do
cute, was never really thought through.
I do think Annis would probably go to like a camping supply place and get like a outdoor survival kit. It's got like a compass and some of those like tablets you can put in water to purify
Yeah,
matches, stuff like that.
you can just
She
add
doesn't know.
modern survival kit to your inventory.
Sure.
Like, that's fine. Like, we're not looking to be simulationist for this. Like, you have a centaur. Like,
I
we're
want
not
a
gonna try
pet
to
simulator.
we're not going to try that hard on it, or we're going to have to deal with the fact like, did you shoe Aidin every day? No, okay.
My horseshoes need tending. Please send help. I need to file my feet.
Oh my god.
We're not doing that. It's fine.
Probably also, since she can just put it in the bag of her.
Yeah. All right. Let's, while we're at this, update the party sheet because that doesn't have a few people on it,
Eee.
namely Diana.
Teehee.
Diana, get in the party. You're in the party now.
Yay.
Does
Hooray.
Annis expect the compass to work in Dream's End? No,
Who knows?
not at all. But she's taking it anyway.
You gotta look cool as fuck when you walk around just staring at it.
The compass just turns into a magic 8-ball. It says Chad.
It'll,
Don't
it might tell
again.
you where the biggest magnet is. That's something. Also, I'm hearing an echo now.
Oh.
Is it me coming out of your TV? I don't hear it
Maybe.
anymore.
Huh.
Was it the bag?
You might have
ruffling,
heard the
maybe?
bag rustling in the background.
Sorry.
Well, I heard myself, like specifically,
Oh.
so I don't know if it was just picking up. Maybe the auto leveler was happening.
Oh.
Who knows?
Doesn't matter. I don't
Silly
hear it now.
GM. Echo's not here. She's injured.
Yeah. All right. So you got yourself a party. I'm not adding
Party.
Derek there because Derek is not a PC. Sorry, Derek.
Aidin's currently like strapping up right now.
Okay, so you've done your prepping, you prepped your spells, you've got your stuff.
Yeah.
So next step for all of you is to go to the wellspring, and I'm not going to make you walk through all those maps, but you're there. You went to the wellspring again. You went inside the wellspring. It's the way you left it.
No, I thought we were gonna try and go lab and see if it connected.
Go where?
Under the
Oh, you
lab.
wanted to try for the lab?
Yeah, I thought
Yeah, that's
that's what
fine.
we were gonna try to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that works too. Um, so again, I'm not going to pull up the map because it would be pulling up a map for something that is almost
The
immediately
lab.
irrelevant. But
Sorry, the under the greenhouse
yeah,
specifically. Okay.
yeah. So going back to the greenhouse, you'll you'll notice that like there is a bit more security than the last time you were there.
Good.
Um, but upon eavesdropping a little bit, you like spying with Hemlock or whatever. Um, you find out that they're primarily here to keep an eye on um, what you know is a simulacrum. Because as you recall, like Irvine Gilrath, as they know it, is not actually the original. He's a copy, and he's been going through the routine, and they seem to be aware and are just keeping an eye out so that they don't lose whatever information he has, because he is also very fragile now that he's a snowman. Um, he cannot be easily healed. So they seem to be largely there just to keep an eye on it. He's going about his business, but given, as I recall, Aidin can just walk on walls.
Yeah.
Um, Derek can walk on walls
Anise can spend the spell slot to walk on walls.
if needed. And I have faith in Diana's ability to, between the lot of them, find a way in. So you can sort of sneak around. I'm not going to make you do rolls for any of that stuff. It's somewhere that you can get in. You can get to the basement access that you're now aware exists. And again, just speeding through that because there's no point in making you roll for it. Like it's pretty easy. Um, you get in, you sneak down. In the basement, what you find is a well, it's sort of interesting. So you walk into there, and it gets pretty dark. And even those of you with dark vision or night vision goggles or whatever
It's just a sad
observe that it's pretty dark, like it's a magical darkness.
Ah.
Hence why there's no point giving you a map. But so if you would like to proceed into the magical darkness, you are welcome to.
Hold hands.
Sure. And we're sure this connects. Okay.
He just nods his head. Lights.
I don't think they're gonna help too much, but yeah, and she's just gonna hand out all of the lanterns.
E.
Oh, this is cute. It's a little lantern. I like it.
Guessing they don't work in the magical darkness.
No, the light gets consumed as soon as it comes out.
Okay.
Yeah, well, didn't think so, but hey, everyone has one now.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
ties it to the side of like the satchel bags. All right. Yeah. Guess we all go
Okay,
through.
everybody, keep up with your accountability, buddy.
Ooh.
It's a weird American thing. Don't worry about it. So yeah, you carry forward into the darkness. Um, as you go, you feel yourself descending a staircase.
Oh. Oh no. You just hear. You just hear.
Except that we were holding hands.
Yeah. So
My
it
weakness.
sort of forces you to go single file as the area around you. You can kind of feel getting like you're not slipping, but you can feel the pathway is going from the width of a room down to the width of like a normal stairway.
Oof.
Walk on the walls, big guy.
Gets on the walls.
Uh,
And he holds.
he very quickly realizes that there are no walls.
He falls for a moment and he gets back up. No walls.
How is it no walls?
It's like you're going on a not at all OSHA approved staircase into nothingness with gaps to the left and the right.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is
Well-
not safe for work.
Yeah.
Well, this sucks.
He's
But it's not
taking every
slippery.
step.
You
There.
continue forward. And as you're moving, you eventually start to see a form of light below you. Something
Oh
that is
boy.
cutting through the magical darkness.
Ooh. Oh.
Do you continue down?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go further down, you reach something that is familiar to all of you. You are going down a staircase that you could not see before that takes you to Shalara's lab where all the fire was.
Well, that was direct access.
Yeah.
You now have a shortcut to Sherwood,
Fuck yeah.
albeit maybe not a part you want to go to very often, but it's there.
Listen, quick travel.
Yeah.
Saving on bus fare.
You have successfully found a shortcut through the world that is impossible and yet works. Um,
Actually,
and with these stairs, you can access the lower lab. And I'm going to operate on the assumption that all of you kept the key that you used to get to the lower area.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so getting to the lab, like obviously there was a fire before, so there's still some smell of like unfortunately burnt books. Um, from there, you determined that the path that was sealed off that takes you to Dream's End is Plan A, and Plan B would be that giant hole that Annis has been down that one time.
I just hope that Plan A actually pans out. I say as we're starting to like ascend back up the well or whatever it was.
Yeah. You get to climb back up the well, and then you make your way back through the underground prisons, and eventually you get to the area where you faced off against Clover that one time. And you go the other path um, from there. And you go to a place that I don't recall if any of you have ever actually seen.
Mm-mm.
No, Aidin knows
Because
the
I think it was
direction
just
that went.
Kwaku that went that way.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Kwaku and Lucretia.
Yeah.
Yep.
So going through the other path, um, you you find that the water does flow that way. It's going along the ground below you. And as you go, it it branches in a few places. You have a few left or right choices. I'm going to let the lot of you decide how you would like to proceed. Because it's not a direct path like you might have hoped, and there isn't a giant spider lady to guide you this time.
Hmm.
So, do either of you have an idea of how the path leads to where we need to go?
Huh. I thought it would be a little bit more direct. Hmm. Don't. Hmm.
So, I have a copy of the Shelara research notes in my inventory.
Mhm.
Can I check through those to see if it makes any mention of this part of the cave?
Yeah, you can take a look.
Actually,
Yes,
yeah,
we
I've
all
also
have
got a bunch
some.
of
Yeah.
and books from her. I feel like I would have Annis would have spent the days when she wasn't brewing
Right.
potions flipping through them and seeing if there was anything like any intel on Shalara's potential base or
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Aidin
while
was
you're
kind
digging through them, you notice that she is a bit, she's crazy, but she has a lot of like to-do lists, and the items on the to-do list seem almost non sequitur at times, but they definitely go into some of the things that she's researching, or possibly just thoughts that pop into her head. And some of the fun things that pop up include things that you can place immediately, like Fire Horse, Centaur, DIY Equian.
So much.
But also there are items in there like spiders, ghost spiders. Do spiders have ghosts? Need to determine.
Oh my god.
Can I look around? There aren't any more mushrooms.
There are no mushrooms here, but if you would like to just do a general look around for maybe the path that they went or something, you can do a survival check.
Just about
Yeah,
to,
I was
Yeah.
thinking if I could find
Track.
either, because I have speak with plants and also speak with animals.
Ah,
So if I could any of those things,
we find
right.
that'd be
like
nice. But I'll do survival.
any spider tracks or something. Some leftover webs. I guidance you.
Okay.
It'll be a
I've-
D4 afterwards.
Well, I've forgotten how to do that. I just roll it and then.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Oh,
he's not.
no,
Oh, no.
Penelope.
That's a big ol' 4.
I mean, it's a 9. Like rolling a 1 on a skill check does not mean you automatically fail. It's not like an attack. But yeah,
I
like
guess
with
I'm
the
looking around for any sort of plant or animal that I can do.
looking around, let's pull up what's in your environment. Uh, Oddly enough, you find a seed.
Ooh.
What kind of
Yeah.
seed?
Would you like to roll nature to identify it? I believe in you.
I have a higher bonus to survival.
Really? You have a higher bonus to survival than nature? Oh, because it's an intelligence versus a wisdom, right? Yeah,
That
well,
is a 19.
that is also respectable. Either way would have been good. But yeah, you're right. That makes sense that you would have more of that. Um, yeah, so looking over that, it is in fact a sunflower seed.
Ooh.
And
Hey.
being Anise, who grew up in Sherwood, you know that sunflower seeds are not very common here in the sense of like growing sunflowers, but they are a very common snack among the rangers.
I guess I'll look around for more sunflowers.
Yeah, looking around for a little bit, you find about 10 or 15 feet apart, there's another one, and then a third one.
I don't know if this is leading us where we need to go, but I might have a lead.
Oh, what'd you find?
Sunflower seeds. The rangers like to eat them, so it might be leading in the direction where we need to go, or it might not be.
I mean, if the Rangers were taking Dreams In where Shelara is, then it would only make sense that maybe somebody might have been conscious and
Try to leave trail.
yeah.
Oh, that's true. I was thinking this might be like somebody snacking, but this might be yes,
Like breadcrumbs?
like breadcrumbs. All right, so let's follow these sunflower seeds then.
Alright.
Okay, following the sunflower seeds, they do in fact give you a direction to go in at several different branching paths. Um, Eventually, you get to a stone wall dead end, but the stone is suspiciously smooth.
Yep. Because
But this is it.
Lucretia,
Can anyone get?
Iron stone.
I don't think I have that.
You shut-
I would have if I had it. It'd be like a higher level.
Yeah, it's a 4th level, I think.
Stone shape.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We can say I prepared that.
I mean, you don't have to
feel like-
say you prepared that. Like,
Cool. All right, I'm using my 4th level spell shape. But I definitely totally remember.
Yeah, absolutely 100%. You know.
I have some soft clay which must be worked into shape of effect.
I mean, you could give me a perception check.
Guidance.
Like any of you could do that, by the way.
Oh, okay. Perception.
That's a big old 12.
Okay. Oh, that didn't matter anyway.
That dice went place. Why are we all rolling? Well, okay, I just did roll.
That shit was hilarious, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't see where you rolled.
It went out the entire
Okay.
That sounds like you.
thing. It was, I flung it and it just flew.
So you're not gonna roll again?
I mean, it was a 1 if we want to stick to that. It went places.
Okay. I will see how Derek
Staring
does.
at this stone wall.
I don't know what shape this is. It's a wall.
There's like, Anise is like, right, yes, I have stone shape.
Let's see how Derek
She's
does.
gonna try and make a hole through the wall. Hopefully, it is less than 5 feet thick. She's gonna make
Okay.
it. Go.
So before you cast a spell on it, Derek goes, "Wait, look at this." And he like takes the portable light up lantern and he waves it back and forth over the smooth wall. And the light reflects off of all the stone around it, but it doesn't reflect off the wall.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reach forward, put her hand through what is an illusory wall, probably.
It sure is.
Oh my god.
We are very intelligent.
Um.
Yeah,
I'm
and this
proud
is
of
just
us.
gonna walk through.
I'm proud of it. Look, it did its job, okay?
You get the impression that maybe after the initial wall was put up, Shelara took it down and then put up an illusion so nobody knew.
You know, that's fair. That is fair.
So yeah, stepping through, you find yourself in another tunnel like the ones before it, but there is water running along the bottom of this one. It is very cold, and should she wish to, Diana is not affected by it.
What, affected by the cold or?
By the water. Like
Oh,
you don't have to care about that.
oh, she's fine
Yeah,
for now.
Yeah, if
for the
Annis wants
moment.
to hop on Aidin's back and Derek
Nah.
too. Okay.
She's fine.
Yeah, this
Got
water seems to be flowing
Oh.
downhill, which is where the path ahead goes. And once you step in, you get a general tingling feeling. Might have been the illusion, might be something else, but once you step into that, Aidin, you feel a little bit better.
I can breathe.
Yeah, so that's exciting. But yeah,
Glad to
you've
hear
got a
it from
path down with a bit of water on the floor, and this one, unlike the weird, spooky, like stairway into nothingness, there are walls, but the walls are not at all smooth. They are stone walls, like you're in a cave, and they are wet.
Gross.
Aidin's complexion is even sparklier.
Yeah,
Will you go forward?
we move
Yeah.
forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Lit
go
now.
forward for a long time.
Yeah, got the lantern held out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
keeping lights.
Diana's just like gliding on the water like she's swimming.
That seems cool.
I mean,
That's a neat trick.
thanks. Kind of a standard emissary thing, you know. does a cartwheel in the water.
Oh, that was on.
I mean, I know you're
Yes.
showing off, but respect.
Oh,
So
goodness.
you're gonna go forward on this slight wet incline for like a while. If you have the clock up, I'll show you how long. If you like to pull the clock up, click on the calendar button at the top.
Calendar.
So at this
Let's
point,
go.
we'll just abstract it out and say that by now it's 9 a.m. All right, are we ready? You're gonna start seeing how long you go down this thing.
Oh man, I'm ready.
We stopped for
5
lunch.
hours.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sure we stopped for lunch.
Yeah.
Eventually, Anne starts telling stories about like her time in Sherwood. If anyone else wants to
So
contribute.
Anise, me?
I picked up a guy and threw him into another guy in a dark alleyway, while we were trying to save a little half-life from harvesters. And then he showed up out of nowhere, just started
Respect?
in France.
La la la.
About a month ago? Is that how long?
You've only known each other for like a month?
No, is it like
It'd be like 2 months.
Technically, I've known her longer than Aidin, but only by like a week.
yeah.
Wait, so how long have you all known each other?
That is a good question for us now.
I think so. About a month.
Well, to be fair, no Anna's grandpa.
Oh my god, please, Sylvan.
Oh, yes. I forgot you can Sylvan. What a relief. Thank you, Diana. Pleasure talking to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, to be fair, I've known Anis's grandfather my entire life. I say entire life. Entire life been in Sherwood.
Right.
But Anis specifically, until when I escaped the confines, the magical shrubberies.
The magical shrubberies?
Okay, so you know how like Sherwood is, it's kind of like it's hidden, it's remote, and
Good shit.
yeah, imagine that, but like 500 times more. My home is hidden from everyone. You can't kind of really go out or in without the trees.
So crazy druid shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you escaped the asylum.
Thank you. I don't know what that is, but it sounds.
You know,
If it's anything like
it's I'm glad you escaped horse prison.
Oh, horse prison's horrible. Metal.
Horse prison.
Oh, horrible. Anis's ex-boyfriend put me in one, and I don't like that.
Is this
Okay, I'm
wait.
pretty sure they just said your name. I think they're talking about us.
I knew who they are.
You can hear just
She
Freddy's
just
name.
switches back.
Hang on. I just want them to feel left out. Pretend we're talking about something super serious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, Anis's ex-boyfriend Fred put me in one. I don't like that.
Okay, now they're talking about
Alright,
Freddy.
so I understand what you're saying in Elvish.
Aiden feels left out because none of them are speaking.
How many languages do you know?
At least 4.
Ooh.
Do you know German?
No.
I'm the only one that does here, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway.
Oh my word.
What was that about Freddy?
Oh, I guess that's your ex's name?
Yeah.
Apparently he put Sunshine over here in some kind of kinky horse prison.
No, okay. We needed to get him.
Whatever his interests and hobbies are, that's fine. It's okay, Anise.
I'm not even
You
gonna
broke
explain.
up with him for.
I'm not even gonna explain. You don't get to know.
That's okay.
We're not that close yet.
I just barely met you guys, like, what?
A week ago?
A week ago?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh
That's kind of how this group seems to work. I think that Anise is the person who's known Penelope the longest, and even that's like less than 2 months.
Yeah,
Huh.
comes at you fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go with the flow, because the lakes.
So I'm gonna pack up lunch now.
Wow, I didn't even know how to keep your jokes current.
Yeah.
I am walking away now.
This is all Sylvan. It's like we're making puns, baby.
They're talking in Sylvan. I'm walking away.
You can
Goodbye.
feel the puns emanating.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wait, get back over here. Too dangerous to run too far ahead.
Some time goes by. They're all like awkwardly trying really.
I'm gonna say.
So, when is everyone's birthday?
When the fuck is my birthday? I don't.
And for that matter, how old are? I mean, obviously.
And what is your mother's maiden name?
Yeah. What's your mother's maiden name?
Number.
It is.
No, that was a critical. Oh, yeah, you didn't watch Camping One.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That was a critical role.
What are the first 9 numbers of your social security?
I don't. Oh, so I don't know what I'm going to say. Shit.
The irony is we all picked birthdays. There's information.
Except I haven't picked one for Diana.
Yeah, but I can't remember.
I can't.
We know
hold
that-
on. I have a D12. Hold on. All right.
Sorry.
Her birthday's in May.
Come on, 5 again. Come on, 5 again.
Which is the 12th? Oh shit. Okay.
Really.
Ah!
We found
Beautiful.
it.
All right, I'm gonna do one more.
I like how you rolled a D10 instead of a D12 for the month, by the way.
Oh shit. I'm re-rolling that birth month. Now it's this month.
You
Wait,
really
hold
didn't
on.
want to have Cinco de
Wait,
Mayo?
hold on.
Come on.
You know what? I'm gonna say her birthday is April 24th.
What year?
It's not your business. Besides, it's my birthday. Be nice to me.
What?
The calendars.
Are you like for real or?
I literally just pulled that date out of my calendar.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's not actually my birthday, but
I mean,
I
I would
just
be
don't
worried
know
if you
why.
decided this is how you wanted to spend your birthday, but I mean, I get it. Adventures
look,
are
I've
fun.
had worse birthdays.
Did I not write it? Oh my god.
I would have to go find the note that says what Derek's birthday is. I should have put it on his NPC sheet, but I didn't.
No, we've all made grave mistakes.
I mean, I know
We've got
Penelope's
2 months.
birthday. Her birthday is October 15th.
Page doesn't work anymore, but I had
Yeah.
Penelope's info. I was like, yes.
I feel like when I made Derek, I pinned in that his birthday was November 5th,
Is
but
that when Batman comic was created?
no, just because he's a vigilante. But I decided I didn't actually want to just make it V for Vendetta / Guy Fawkes, and I don't remember what I changed it to.
Oh. I see.
I did change it from that. I just don't remember what it was. I would have to find it.
But yeah.
I think I decided it was whatever free comic book day was the year that I made up Derek.
That is
I just have to look it
amazing.
up.
Yeah, I think oh shit, what was I gonna say?
Well, I will be turning 23 soon.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
You too.
Hopefully we make it out of the cave so you can have that 20.
So I think you cut out on the number, and then when she said it, I think it cut out on her too. So it sounds like we're just censoring your age. It's 20.
So, Anise, you're 700 years old.
Yes, exactly.
That's how elves work, right?
Sure.
Sure.
Half elf,
Oh, right.
but
So divide that age by 2.
350.
Oh dear.
Uh, yeah, I think Diana has the shortest lifespan out of all of you.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, being a human.
No,
Being
yeah.
a human and being a person who works for Nimue.
I was gonna
Neither
say,
one of them is good for your survival.
Nope.
yeah, Aidin and Diana have very short lifespan. Yo. Which actually he will comment on, 'cause, like, it's hard to live in where we're at, but it actually feels a lot better here.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, to be
'Cause
fair, I am a fairy. And not really like everybody.
So you could theoretically go to the reverse side of the world.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Why haven't you gone?
Because my home is in Sherwood. Family's there.
Alright. I mean, just take them with you. They can all go too, right?
No, they would drown. They're like you.
They're all human?
Humanoid is, I guess, the word they use to describe it. They're not made entirely of mana. Like, their whole... That's why they're there. Like, yeah. They would not survive.
Look, I've been working for the Fae for like 10 years now. I still don't know what the fuck is going on.
That's understandable. Or, kind of a lot way.
That's a word for it.
Yeah. But yeah, so, that time that we were on the boat, just gotten off the boat.
I remember that.
Yeah, well, we got to talk, we got to know each other. Like Penelope and Anise. Green flag. And everybody. It's a green flag in anybody. But that boat was quite literally killing me.
Why did you go on the boat then?
Because I need to make sure that they'll be okay. I mean, that boat was filled with people very dangerous. Also, we needed to gather information. The more eyes, the more cover. I don't want anything to happen to Penelope. Or Anise. I also promised her grandfather that I'd make sure she stays safe. I don't know Penelope's grandfather. Promise with him if she's got one.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't know.
Really? And you're the Penelope know-it-all.
I mean, nobody knows about her actual family.
So hear me out.
Nobody knows.
So if you found
In
out...
fact, I didn't even know she had actual parents until I saw them with my own 2 eyes. It's not out there.
Do you think that makes you the number one Penelope? Because you know?
I've always been. I don't know.
But don't you have to fight for that?
No.
What's her name? What was her fake name that was used? I can't remember.
Look, Hither Saxcoat and I have come to a truth.
Yeah.
She knows that I am actually number one as much as she wants to be.
So if you found out who like her grandparents were, like I'm fan number 1, and I'm just putting this out there.
I suppose.
Diana, like I had to think about this.
Just like
Also, I am curious.
about.
Who her grandparents? What if it's Celine Dion?
Isn't Celine Dion a half orc?
I mean, my mom's an owl, Lynn. So I'm just saying.
I'm very concerned about your state of being, Sunshine, because owl.
Okay.
half
To be
like
fair.
half fae.
Oh no, they're talking about sleep.
Are you doing that on Sylvan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Derek is sitting here and he's hearing wah 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 Penelope, wah 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 Penelope, wah 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 Penelope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And then
Celine Dion, wah 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 Penelope.
the Titanic.
What world are they?
Diana just starts singing "My Heart Will Go On" and
Well-
Sylvan. You're here
passing the time.
Yeah, it's really beautiful,
I
I
Diana.
just
can't
tunnel
think
ever
what
going to
shit
end?
I don't.
This tunnel is never going to end, is it?
He clarifies that year is a yeah. So you
I
never
don't know, Anise. What did you think of my singing?
To be honest, I wasn't paying attention.
Did you know that she just sang? Oh shit, I'm talking to you in Sylvan. Celine Dion, heart will go on. I didn't try to mimic.
You know, one of
I
these
can't
days
get
we're gonna have to
anything
show
more.
them that movie just to let this end.
Sorry, I did not hear anything you said.
One of these days we're just gonna have to actually sit them down and show them that movie just to give them some context for all of this. I have to assume that they think it's actually a half orc being held up by Leonardo DiCaprio on a boat.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be. You never know.
At
Sorry,
any
my
rate,
bad.
guys, hey, look, there's like walls.
So Derek, Annis was asking a question for Hugh.
No, never mind.
I said there've been walls this entire time, Derek.
That
No,
is fair.
there are walls, and he like pats against what was stone before that is giving way to actual like walls.
Oh shit.
What is this, like 5 hours later?
Yeah, you're like 6 hours into this trip now.
Holy cow.
I mean,
I
let's
just-
keep going. I'm not going to walk back up there.
I mean, you're going to have to walk back up there eventually.
Let's just. And she just walks off.
Everyone good? Everyone fine?
Ennis is already walking.
Oh, I think it's assumed, but you brought Hemlock, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, okay. Hemlock is just being chill through all this then.
he's hanging out on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Diana's gonna jog to catch up to Annis.
Oh, I feel like something is weird with one of the um, things implemented in this since the last time we played. So we'll see how that plays out in practice. Because I just dragged Hemlock to something and it added like 4 Hemlocks to it.
Yes.
I'm keeping. She's keeping an eye on it, and just sort of maintaining a general awareness of like, is anything? Is the air different now? Does the water feel different?
Um, yeah, so you know, just playing off of your rolls from earlier for nature and survival and general knowledge that when you go this far down, it's supposed to be hard to breathe. And you haven't had that problem. And as you've gone to this area, about the time that you started encountering a wall, the water that has been going lightly underfoot through most of this has kind of shifted off and is going under the stone path a little bit to the left and right. Like they built at some point, someone built a stone path and stone walls in a way that lifted it up above so that the water is no longer underfoot when you keep going. You're encountering architecture now.
Indeed.
And it's just going forward.
Can I make a perception check to see if I notice anything specific about any of the architecture we're starting to notice?
If there's, ooh,
Like in terms of like if it's familiar or
Yeah.
where it comes from or anything.
Yeah.
I think that'd be more of a history check.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. 15.
Based on that, and because you are a bit more traveled than many, um, you would say that the stone walls around you are similar to the ones from up in the lab that you walked through when you first got here, but these ones are not nearly as worn down as those. Like you get the impression that this place has had significantly less chemical explosions. And also, while there's been water flowing through a lot of this place, it is not actually, and this is something that Anna's picked up on too. Um, there's not actually a whole lot of humidity or water on the walls once you get to the stone walls. Like it doesn't seem like things are super damp in here. It actually feels kind of nice. Like you almost found a climate controlled 6 hours under the ground location. Strange as that is. But in terms of like the actual origins of the architecture, if you had to place it, you'd say that it was reminiscent of like per the area above, some of the proposed ruin sites of the various places that have been purported to be the Library of Alexandria.
Okay. She'll point out the stones.
Ines will take out that compass, see if it's doing anything wonky.
Your compass down here is, oddly enough, it is pointing forward.
Hmm.
It's pointing north or it's pointing forward?
Forward for you. It's hard to tell what is north when you're this far down, but it is pointing in the direction that you're going.
Huh. Well, no way to go but forward.
And I'm assuming that all of you have had your lights on and that Diana's not just been walking in total darkness.
Oh yeah, we have the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I assumed.
We don't want to get ambushed by that shadow.
That Diana decision.
Neither does I. That's what his goggles are
Yeah,
for.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
He has.
That's why he's
Cool.
got the lantern.
And in his broad daylight, just in case.
Ditto.
Kelly. Can I convince you to get out of my mouth?
All right.
Let's just set all of you up.
Ooh.
So now that it seems we're getting close to something, how's everyone doing? Everyone okay?
I feel fine.
Okay, you all right, Sunshine?
I'm feeling good. Breathing is really nice, like I said.
Derek, how are you?
I'm doing okay, if a bit confused by everything, but I think we kind of knew that when we were going into this one. Um,
Yeah.
how are you holding up, birthday girl?
Pretty good. It's like I was prepared for this to take a while, but I'm gonna experience like 5 birthdays before we're down there.
And I'm sure Hemlock is fine because he hasn't had to do.
As long as you give Hemlock food, Hemlock's pretty happy.
Hey yo.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Gotta set up party vision for the first time in forever.
Yeah.
The map is so big that it ate all of.
Oh, it's gonna take it a sec, yeah.
Let me just make that smaller.
I don't know how, but it like.
And smaller.
I'm just gonna share the screen for you at the size it needs to be at. Stop making double Merlins. One's enough.
Double Merlins across the sky.
Is at least one of them a girl or
Is one of them what?
a girl?
No, I have not created Girl Merlin for this yet.
Is one of them girlin?
You mean
So
Proto Merlin?
Yeah.
Somehow it ate the rest of my stuff.
Oh yeah. Drag it.
Yeah.
Just
I'm-
drag it, and then when you find an edge, you can.
I'm just gonna
Oh.
do this for you. Did that zoom you all in a little better?
I did not realize that was what happened.
Oh wait, can we still do the thing? Where it's the background? Yeah. Sure.
Stop having two Merlin. There's no reason for this.
Nobody wants
There
that.
we go.
Nobody
Much
asked
better.
for it.
Move.
Goodbye, second Merlin. You cannot freely move yet because you're coming up to a weird broken door. But there's a light source beyond that broken door.
Hmm.
Yo.
How does Hemlock seem, actually? Is he just pretty normal?
Hemlock's fine.
Okay.
Hemlock does not appear bothered by Hemlock circumstances.
Hmm. So we are approaching a broken-looking door.
You're
And there's
approaching a
light
broken
behind
door,
it.
and there's some light coming in from beyond it.
There you go.
Oh boy. All right. Is anyone here particularly sneaky?
I can make us all sneaky. I also do have a spell prepared to check for traps
Oh, good.
called Find Traps. Imagine that.
Sometimes the simplest names are best.
The smartest spellcasters are not necessarily the most eloquent ones.
That's line of sight.
But to me, it looks like that rock might have defeated that door.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that looks a
So-
little crunchy.
Find Traps only reveals that a trap is present. I don't learn the location.
Mm.
I learn the general, and it has to be line of sight.
It's a very limited spell, unfortunately.
Let's do it the old-fashioned
All
way.
right. So what was the sneaky?
Oh, yes, I can use Pass Without a Trace.
Ooh, lovely.
I think I'll just go ahead and do that. Everybody gets +10.
Thank you.
Onto
Hell
magic.
yeah.
And
I think you can actually target all of them to do that. If not, I will add it. I don't remember. It's been forever.
I'm not a stealthy boy.
I'm just going to add Pass Without a Trace to all of you.
I clicked it. Now it's gone.
Wait, why are there two Dereks on the combat tracker? And why is one of them evil?
What?
Evil Derek, you say?
Well,
Looks like Freddy's not gonna get that and
well, there's two instances of it, and one of them is flagged as red, which means he's an antagonist, and I don't know why.
Huh.
Well, we're going to remove that.
It's Derek Alter.
Derek Alter is probably, like, wholesome. That's just like the Derek who listened to his parents and stayed home and, like, went to elf school or something.
Oh my god.
All right, let's find Pass Without Trace and add that to you guys.
Either that or Derek Alter is just like, no, I don't care what you think, Anise. We're gonna date. Freddy can jump in the ocean. He's also apparently drunk.
Clearly.
because he's not a law-abiding citizen.
All right.
How in character to ask who has the best perception?
Mm.
Aidin, what do your horse eyes see?
On a scale of 1 to something, how much do your eyes see?
I only have a +2.
I have a +3.
I got okay. The horse eyes on the large.
I mean, you have a lot of wisdom.
And, yeah, facts.
I mean,
And,
Derek might have the highest, but he's not here for that.
Yeah.
Alright. So
All right.
We could all
yeah,
sneak up to the door and all roll.
Yeah.
I will guidance myself so I can extra look for traps. Hey.
I know.
Eh. 22. I'm looking hard.
You can
You looking
see
for
the next
traps?
dimension.
Yeah, I'm looking for traps.
17.
And with my 10, I'm just looking to find or to see if I can see anything past the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean traps, and also if there's gonna be another on anybody, because the door kind of
Another rock to fall on people.
Is If I need to cast the Find Trap spell, I will, but I would like to have a line of sight.
That's understandable.
So this door,
Yeah, I would have assumed that like
the bane of any, the bane of Vox Machina is.
I
Yeah.
assumed like right before, kind of looking right into like where this doorway would start, and then into the room.
Yeah. Me too.
I was looking for a pass without trace on your spell list so I could try to drag the effect, but I don't know where it is.
Well, I clicked the button and it vanished.
Yeah, I think it used up both instances of your first level circle spells. So I'm gonna give you those back.
I should have more than. I still have Longstrider.
Uh, Longstrider's your Wood Elf spell.
Shelly.
Whatever. We'll add 10 whenever it comes up. It's fine. We know how that spell works sometimes.
Hey.
We'll slowly remember all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll eventually just hard code in that because I have a feeling you're probably going to cast that spell at least one more time in your life. Okay, so based on
Shelly.
the rolls, Anise is on perceiving duty. Aidin is checking for.
Let me roll that stealth really quick too, because I don't want you to walk up willy-nilly. 19, thank Jesus for.
Yeah, it's a good spell. Okay.
Oh.
All right, so I'm just looking to see. So who's walking up first for this inspection? Is it Anise?
I
Or
would
is it Aidin?
assume I can for traps.
Aidin first, yeah. Ennis would also cautiously.
Okay. So I'm gonna, since you're both trying to move to the same spot, I'm gonna move you both there, and then I'm gonna drag one either side. All right. So Aidin walks up first and does a check. Aidin, you do not see any signs of traps. Here, this seems to actually just be a door. Um, though you do notice that obviously a stone fell and crushed one of the doors at some point. And looking past that a little bit, you can see that in general, this is an area that while it has walls and floors, it's seen better days. Um, there is a light source in the center of the room. It seems to be an old magic circle and it is glowing, which provides a little bit of nice light in here. As a reminder to everyone who has dark vision is like black and white, so light sources do actually provide color views of the world around you, which is helpful. And that light source shows you that the room ahead has a bunch of stuff thrown around it that presumably wasn't meant to be that way, but you can see just looking around, no obvious traps. There's no like bucket of water about to fall on your head when you step in or anything.
No more rocks about to fall.
You don't see any rocks precariously placed to fall, and you don't really see where they would fall from. Like it seems like the stones that were um, all over the ground probably fell just from the area overhead, which looking up is not actually a proper ceiling. It is just exposed stone. Um, and apparently in spots it's precarious because you can see gaps where like stalactites have fallen. You can see areas where it's not like a complete ceiling so much as it's just a series of stone outcroppings that in places dip and places could probably be forced to fall open, but for the most part, they seem to, at least for right now, be stuck in place.
Okay. Cool. Then I will get out of Anis's way. Get like.
So you're going to step in so that Anna's can step up to your spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing kills you. Annis, what you doing?
Would it be Arcana to see if I can identify that magic?
Yep.
Guidance.
If I'm not proficient. Yeah. Wow. I have no idea what that is.
It looks magic, or magecraft, I guess. If you saw magic, it would be noteworthy in this setting, but it looks like magecraft.
Now that I've got a better field of that find traps. Level 2. It's level 2. I sense the presence of any trap that's within line of sight. A trap for the purpose of this spell includes anything that would or unexpected effect on consider harmful. A sudden or unexpected effect consider harmful.
Okay. You do not in line of sight see a trap, but you do notice over on one of the tables nearby, there is a small glass container of some sort that stands out. Like
Okay,
perhaps it does something unexpected, but it is not necessarily a trap.
Alright, there's a glass vial of some sort. Nobody touch it. I think I'm going to idle on behind Aidin.
Diana has moved up.
Yep. She's also wanting to look at that or magical.
That's so weird.
Hmm?
There, I don't know if you can see them, but there are extra tokens of
Oh
Anise and
yeah.
Aidin and Diana at the top. I don't know what this game is doing. I feel like they've changed the settings since the last time we did this, but I'm going to start
Okay.
deleting these redundant tokens because they bug me.
I don't actually lost sight of.
You what?
Uh,
You said you did
Yeah.
guidance.
I've lost sight of Hemlock. So I need to.
I'll move Hemlock down to you.
Oh,
Hemlock is
yeah.
riding on your shoulder until you say otherwise, just for simplicity.
Okay. Why can't I cancel? There we go.
Okay, so I got a 14 on.
Diana, you know what spell's over there.
What is it?
Light.
Hmm.
Okay, nobody disrupt that magic.
Oh, what is it? Is it dangerous?
Oh no, it's just the light.
Oh.
Just get a nod.
Oh.
like-
Okay.
She's like, please leave it alone. I want to be able to see where the hell I am.
I gave you a lantern. Alright, I guess I'm going to approach this cautiously
Okay.
and see what I can find in this pile.
Okay. That pile is where the glass thing was. Just
Yeah.
as a note. Yeah. So looking around in it, you find just surface level. Actually, roll investigation. We'll see what you find. That's more fun. We'll use the dice. We'll play D&D up in here.
Investigation. Bam. Nope, that flew everywhere. Try that. $11.
Okay. You find parchment sitting around. The glass thing that you noticed from across the room that seemed a little off is actually a bottle of what appears to be ink, and there are quills and paper and whatnot. It seems to have been at least at some point before things fell on it, it seemed to have been a desk that, judging from the look of it, this was maybe like an entrance to somewhere, and someone was taking note of visitors here.
Anything written on the parchment?
The parchment itself is very faded in terms of the handwriting, um, but you can see in more of a block stamp at the top, um, written in a language that you don't know. There's some kind of you'd say it kind of feels almost like a logo, Um, Not quite, but it's something that's clearly been stamped over and over again on all the pages identically, so you know this wasn't handwritten. But there's something at the top.
Hmm. Can anyone read this?
Let's take a look. See.
Yeah, I'll
Can any
take
of
a look.
us? Yeah. Can any of us read it?
No,
Oh.
Hmm. Interesting. So, assuming it doesn't like melt,
it doesn't melt.
and this is going to take one of the sheets very carefully and put it.
Yeah, the paper actually seems to be in decent condition. It's just the ink that was on it seems to have faded or smudged or something.
Can I take a closer look at the ink
Yeah,
vial without actually touching it?
yeah. Um, Feel free. It's right there.
Would that be another investigation?
It would be another investigation check now that you're closer. Likewise, what is Diana investigating while Anna says this?
She was also just kind of like seeing what she could.
Find in the rummaging.
Yeah.
You find while you're rummaging around a little bit, you find a few sunflower seeds.
Oh, found more of these little sunflower seeds.
Oh, so the ranges definitely came.
Yeah.
I got a 15 to look closer at the ink.
Yeah, looking at it closer, it looks like a normal like vial of ink. It's got a stopper in the top. The ink is liquid from what you can tell. Like you didn't pick it up and shake it or anything, but it seems to be in good condition. It's not even dusty.
Is there dust all over everything else?
A bit. There's a bit of dust that was probably stirred up by the stones falling and whatnot. Like you can see from looking at the ground, now that you're in the light a little better, that there was sort of a dragging path and spots. Like it's been disrupted and along a certain way, which makes it a little more obvious which way, even without the sunflower seeds, um, people were probably pulled through here. Um, it dips in places, and looking at the walls, you can see little bits of the wall where the dust is also separated, as if maybe a giant spider walked along it. Um, but yes, there's a general coating of dust and debris throughout, but this thing is remarkably clean.
Yeah, nobody touched this ink vial. It's not no dust. Something about it that I don't like.
Do you want me detect magic?
If you want to.
Adam looks over at Diana. It's like, find Shelara.
No, it's going to take us a while in total to hopefully take care of this. It's on like. It's more like getting to where we needed to go was crowded.
So I can. Should we use the resource to figure out what this is, or just pack it for now and save that for now?
I don't think we should pick it up or touch it. And
I would say just. I would check it out. We're gonna have opportunities to hopefully. But I can't. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay,
So that's up to you,
and
Sunshine.
then Anise will point out.
Yeah. I was say, can I make a perception check just to see if I can figure out more specifically where the trail is?
If you're trying to follow a trail, then you could use perception or you could use survival. Whatever feels better for you, because like you've identified what the path is, so both work.
throw that D4 in there. Oh, that's like, oh my god.
You guys need halflings.
Ones today, Jesus.
I got a total of 7 for. It's these shitty human eyes.
I'll try rolling survival also. If that's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, Thomas just keeps telling me I need
Guidance.
Switch between, like, he's like giving you off.
Okay, so that's a 15 total.
You can tell from the general like disruption of the dust that just looking around the room, there's a path to we're going to say for map's sake, even though this is probably not how the directions actually are, there's a path to the east and there's a path to the south. And they both have doors that, contrary to the map, are not closed. Um, and it looks like, at least for the purposes of what you're trying to check, the dust disruption goes around the right half of the room and to the south. There is a path to the east. It does not seem to be disturbed.
All right.
Yeah. So Anise will relay that.
Cool.
And that's
Aidin's gonna detect magic. I forgot. Once I bet I can use it to keep track of everything I run across. But if I concentrate on it, I should be able to learn the school of magic if there is any, from that bottle. And then if there's any invisible creatures like ghost spiders, I will find them. You can't tell me ghost spiders and not expect me to be paranoid.
Oh no, I fully expect you to be paranoid. Just also keep in mind that ghost spiders are not necessarily going to be picked up by detect magic.
If they don't ping as magic, I'm gonna be upset.
I mean, you can't use detect magic to find normal ghosts. Why would it work on spiders? It just detects
I was
people
assuming she
doing
had some
magic or using magic items.
I was assuming she's doing some magic. Who'd you to do the thing?
It actually
Yeah, no.
says in the rules, see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. If they're invisible, it won't work. And I guess while we're reminding people of stuff, if you're keeping concentration up on detect magic, you should not be guidancing people.
No, that's why I waited
Yeah.
until they were done doing
I'm just
that.
this is more of a reminder because it's been a while since we played, so I didn't
Yeah,
want you
yeah,
to
yeah,
lose your
yeah.
spell.
Yeah,
Um,
because guidance is the concentration as well.
yeah,
I got you. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. It's the same
Hemlock
way that
is.
like paladins can't do anything ever because 80% of their spells are concentration.
Facts. Oh, trust me, I feel that.
Ugh.
Could Hemlock see ghost spiders?
Possibly Hemlock is special. Hemlock is pretty good at finding ghosts, so if there are ghost spiders, Hemlock would probably see them. But okay, so for the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic this way, you can use an action or see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn at School of Magic, if any. Spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So, neat.
Yeah. All right, no more
Um,
guidance. The next 10
you
minutes.
Hey, what?
so
Thing.
you sense that there is definitely some magic to your right.
Yeah, I've got guidance.
there's magic to your right.
Which you
Cool.
already know
Oh yeah,
about.
the circle. Yeah, the light circle.
And I'm gonna,
Absolutely.
for the sake of brevity, ignore all of the magic coming off of all the people around you.
Oh, absolutely. Don't mind me. I'm having like you see the eyes.
Like your eyes are just darting around the room in so many directions, like you're scanning.
It's like that one. It's like the boat over it with the detector going off. Just...
I assume it's like whenever Sherlock walks in a room and then the audience sees all the random glowy stuff, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and yeah, the thing sitting on the table in front of you, the little glass thing, whatever, um, is it's kind of odd. Like it, there's some kind of magic on it, but it's a few different types going on at once. It to paraphrase it rather than go down the list of things in D&D parlance, um, this thing is reinforced. Like this is more durable than it probably should be as glass. And something about the reinforcement of the glass on it
Concerning.
seems to be preventing you from seeing what's inside of it with your detect magic. Like, even though I just listed all of those things that's blocked by, something about this is preventing it from
Huh.
sensing what's in it.
I'm just gonna let Annis know that, and that's actually kind of concerning.
I don't think we should touch it. I think we should just leave it. Whatever's in it probably isn't actually.
You kind of get that nodding sensation. Probably so.
Someone might be scrying on us through it. Or it could be a bomb.
Nods his head as that feels more plausible to him.
Yeah. We should just leave it.
Yeah, let's just leave it.
All right. Is there anything else in the area that pops off that's not like our friends or this thing? Like anything coming from down
Nothing else in
below?
this room as far as you can. It's within 30 feet, right?
Yes.
So so 30 feet from where you are right now is the wall.
Okay, cool.
So like nothing else in the room that you can see seems to be pinging that
Okay.
way.
I'm just
You
gonna
can
follow
see from
them.
like where Diana is and where all of you were before that there's a light source to the right down that broken
Yeah.
hallway, and there's one to the south. Um, just making sure everyone knows that you do in fact see those.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow them to that next.
Is a different magic circle.
Oh yeah, it does look different.
What schooling is that circle?
Yeah, you can tell that.
I
Actually.
can. Let me count my feet. Oh wait,
Yeah.
hold on. I gotta get 5 feet. I'll go right.
I mean, you have feet.
They're hooves, technically.
So many feet.
So many. So yeah, I'm gonna hone in
Try to determine what that is and what
what the
school.
schooling of. Yeah, the school of magic on that sigil.
Sure. All right. You will note as you are doing that though that whatever is going on with it, it seems like the dragging and disruption of the dust went right over it without issue.
The what?
Like the disruption and the dust on the ground seems to have gone right over it without disrupting it.
So
Um,
I would drag the ranger straight over it without.
and nothing like
What is-
blew up or anything.
Okay, I see what you're
But yeah, it's evocation.
saying. And it's not, and it is a different pattern than the light.
It's a
Like,
different pattern.
Going to cautiously get closer.
Aidin can roll Arcana to see if he recognizes it, because Aidin
Okay.
somehow rolls well on these intelligence rolls sometimes.
You know that is fair. I don't know why or.
And I'm going to try arcane.
Like that.
I don't
Every
even need
time.
to.
Every fucking
Wow.
time.
Well, it looks different
So-
from the other one.
So Aidin, the first one that you walked by at the top was a light spell. This one down here is a daylight spell.
So the first one was a what stone?
The first one was just a light spell. This one is a daylight spell.
Spell.
Okay.
So it's just a better light
No.
spell.
The
Oh,
first one was a
no.
light. Yeah, and then this one's just daylight and. Does it look brighter?
It looks a little bluer.
I want you to know
It has
the
the properties of a daylight spell, which is kind of
Uh-huh.
nice.
Always Arcana.
So wait, we determined what it was?
It's a daylight
Daylight.
stone.
Okay.
Spell.
Spell, yeah.
Are you gonna relay that information?
Oh yeah. Aidin just looks
Hmm.
daylight. Mm.
Interesting. Interesting that it's daylight and not just light. Hmm.
Can Diana do another perception check to get an idea of what's going on in this area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna get closer to you.
Going to see if I can follow the trail of disruption. It went south, said?
It looks like from here, from Anis's perspective, the, at this point, I'm not going to make you roll to follow the dust because really easy to see in the daylight thing. So all of you can see that it went to the left from here.
Oh, the water.
And the water makes it a little bit harder to tell what's up, but there is water over there.
I legitimately was curious about the.
Yeah. So looking at stuff from the Diana standpoint, um, yeah, so looking around from Diana's point of view, yeah, there was a daylight thing right there.
Mhm.
You can see that when presumably the victims slash medical unwilling volunteers um, were brought here for upgrades or what have you. They were dragged over to that, but the disruption actually goes along the wall here. Like, apparently they were not dragged through the water.
She's gonna point this out to both Anis or to Anise, Aidin, and Derek. Right, that it looks like she dragged them along the. Is it to the like if she's standing facing the water? Is it left or?
So from where you're at, it looks like they continued to be dragged. Let's just make sure I'm telling you correctly. Uh, so from here, it seems like they were then dragged to the south from here. Although with your perception, you notice
That one?
that to the northwest, there's a little bit of glow of light coming from somewhere upstream of the water.
Oh, interesting.
How deep is the water?
Not very. You could cross it. It's not like it's not going to push you down and like crush you or anything. But if you're trying to get through this dry, like you're not going to. Maybe keep your books above your waist or
Mm-hmm.
be Diana.
Well, like both him and Derek can just breathe. Just
They they
oh.
cannot walk on these walls because they are wet.
Ah. Well, looks like we're going in the water.
Time to go swimming. Clip to wait, I can.
And yeah, just for reference, like you can also see down the
Yeah.
hallway that there are some more broken doors at the end or open doors. Like the map has them closed, but I'm not going to make you open a million doors. So
Yeah.
um, just understand that you can see through that.
Well,
She's
if we had all the time in the world, we could follow this
Yeah.
trail.
guys would like I can sneak up where that light is coming from and just take a peek around since I can get there, considerably less soaked and waterlogged.
Less noise.
Sure. Just
Yeah.
remember that you have a plus.
Oh, thank you.
It's
So
important.
that will make it extra better. But also I won't split.
Okay.
Okay, so
She can stay.
Diana is scouting.
Yeah, she's gonna casually stroll across the
Yeah.
water.
So she's checking out the lights, but the trail goes south.
I don't like that.
I don't either. Can Diana make a perception check?
Sure.
I don't like that one.
Don't worry about it.
Oh dear.
Like, I don't know if there's a way to. So she should be able to see, unless she turned it off.
I think for this she would have turned it.
She would have turned her light off.
Yeah, she would have turned off the lantern.
Well, that definitely explains the perception check because Diana cannot see in the dark.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
She's
yeah.
gonna.
Diana moving up, you can see that there is apparently a Like, so in this area where the water is, you don't have the artificial walls anymore. It's more like the cave that you were dealing with before. Um, but when you get around that corner, you can see another room with stuff in it. And
Oh,
there is
cool.
another light in the middle.
Can she tell what if it's like just light or daylight from here?
It's the same sigil as the other daylight one.
Okay. Um. Well, now that she's a little closer to the light, can she make another perception?
What is she looking for?
Any signs that anybody's been there recently
Okay.
that maybe Shelara come through there, maybe space, or any remains of people who've been through that space?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll give it a roll.
Come on, Diana. Girl. Okay, that's 14.
Okay. Um, so from there at the corner, um, like just looking into the room, you can see that there's near that light sigil, like you can see on the map, there is in fact a book, and there are a few other books lying around. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the area itself does not seem to be in the best shape, but you slowly notice a pattern in here, which is like you can kind of see it a little bit with your line of sight if I'm observing yours correctly as I look at the map, that there's a stone to the southwest of the light sigil, and there's a table prop against it. And then looking around, you can see most of the boards that are on the ground were
Mm-hmm.
probably at one point reinforcing that path to the west.
Ooh.
But something or someone or what have you seems to have broken into the space. And where you're standing right now with the damaged barrels and whatnot around you
Mm-hmm.
kind of gives Diana the vibe that maybe something Kool-Aid man through what was once a wall and into the area that she's just come from with the water. And
Hmm.
finally, Diana noticed off of her roll, as she's sort of looking back to get a sense of the damage of the stuff that was knocked through the wall where she is now, that to the southeast along the path with the water, um, she sees a flicker of motion past where the
Oh.
rest of the group is downstream.
Oh shit. Um. She's gonna turn her lantern and start like making her way back towards where the
Okay.
and she'll come out of the group.
As you're making your way back to them, the water is still flowing underfoot, but
Mm-hmm.
you hear something very low, and it's kind of a sound like this.
Whatever sound you're making, we cannot hear.
Like whooshing noises?
A bit.
Yeah,
Oh.
we couldn't.
I don't know how well it gets picked up at all, but yeah, it's like a kind of noise, like air
Concerning.
passing through something small.
Oh.
All right, guys. I don't want to alarm you. Just there's something here.
Mm, unsurprising.
Yeah. Not really too terribly much in that. It does look like that's not intended entrance. Like something just kind of burst through the wall in. kind of impressive a little. But just we need to be on our guard. Something's, I mean, more so than normally. Guard.
Keep my
Would
eyes
that-
peeled.
Would that noise be? Is it coming from like the area, like water from
Um,
above?
it's hard to place, but it doesn't sound very far away.
Hmm. See.
That was a dead end up there.
I mean, there was a path to the west out of the. There are paths out of that room. That whole.
Okay. But I still think we should try and follow to the south.
Let's follow the.
Jumping in the water gently.
Jumping in
into
the
the
water
water.
gently.
I'm stepping down into the water. Splash.
Yeah.
Are you
More
all trying to
time.
be quiet about it? Like, are you stealthing or are
Yeah.
you just moving?
Oh,
Not that
yeah,
you
you
have
know
to.
what?
I'm just asking so that I know what you're doing.
Stealthing.
Yeah, let's roll stealth.
Yay!
Everybody roll stealth. Add your 10.
Okay, it did not add.
21.
It did
Yeah.
not add the 10, but I.
Yeah, I'm just doing it manually.
Oh
12.
no! 12.
All
It's
right.
okay, I'm super stealthy.
That helps. You at
This
least
is
don't
why you
splash in the
don't-
water.
Yeah, you don't actually have as much trouble doing this because the ground does not provide recoil to your steps. All right, let's
It's the
see
perfect time to be able to walk on water, actually.
how sneaky Derek is.
I believe in you, Derek.
I mean, he's good at stealth.
Look, there have been a lot of ones tonight, okay? He could join.
Oh, it doesn't show his roll. Come on, Derek,
No.
share with everyone. Anyway, Derek got a 29.
Jesus.
Yes. That's my boy. We're over there. We have disappeared. You turned to say something to us. We're.
He only I can
You turn to
track
say
y'all.
something to them and they are making out a mile away.
No. I'm just like, I see a speckle of magic in the distance. It must be.
And it turns to east out. Do I need to roll for help?
Hemlock is fine.
Okay.
I'm not going to make Hemlock a liability on a stealth check. That would be mean. He's just riding on your shoulder for all purposes until you send him away. I'm just dragging the token around just because.
Do I get any magic pinging in the distance at all?
To the south,
Yeah.
you do not get any magic pinging to the south, at least within
Okay.
30 feet.
Cool.
Have I stepped into magical darkness or something? I should be able to see.
Yeah, there's a reason why I was asking.
Oh, it's not letting you. Hold on, let me give you night vision.
Yeah.
I think because it made the extra tokens, it messed up your night vision. Let me fix that.
You're good. At least we weren't crazy.
I
Nope.
feel like we would still have the lantern.
The lanterns are on.
Yeah.
Okay, let me add the lantern effect to each of you then.
It does make us, pretty obvious.
But seeing is nice.
Seeing is nice. Yeah, because you've got the goggles. Anise and Derek have night vision, but Diana,
Right, let's get you a lantern.
we're not being stealthy and noise and
Physical body,
disruptions.
yeah. Once we're in areas where there's lightning. Fuck that in this dark water.
Right, so it's not adding Anis's lantern, is it? Are all of you still there, or is it just very quiet?
We're
Oh, we're
quiet.
here.
Oh,
We're
okay,
just-
cool.
yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not adding lanterns for you. Maybe this doesn't work the way I remember it working.
Well, I guess if you just kind of lead us in the right direction to.
I mean, I can at least
Yeah.
give you your night vision, but I want you to have lanterns too. Because like all of your visions should still be in your character sheets, but I'm gonna add them manually.
Okay.
All right, so Anise, dark vision.
Cool.
Aidin, effective dark vision.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. That answers my question.
Yeah.
And Diana,
Derek, dark
complimentary
vision.
dark vision.
Diana, want you to have a lantern, and for some reason, it's not giving you a lantern.
Dark vision. Oh hey, I got light. I colored.
Oh, I think the lantern finally started working for Diana.
Yeah, because I got color too.
Yeah.
Woo!
I don't know what I did differently, but now it's working. Just
That's a
gonna give
bright
you all
ass lantern.
lanterns right now while I can. Each of you now is a lantern, and when appropriate, dark vision.
Hey yo.
Don't
Woo!
know what I did to make that happen, but cool. Anyway, yeah, here you are. So you are all
Yay.
sneaking through the water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna take it slow.
Zoom.
Oh my god.
But yeah, now that you have lanterns, I think you can probably see a little more of what the world around you is like. I thought you had those before, and I couldn't tell you didn't have it.
Nope.
Ah.
There we go.
I'm just gonna keep moving forward. Compelling
Yeah, just assume that he's just taking. Wait, what's that to my right? Is that a?
What's what?
There's a scroll to my right.
Yeah, there's some paper up there.
Ah, I want it. I want to.
Yeah.
to the
Can I climb up there? Like, see if it's
It's not that
important.
high up. You can get up there. I'm not going to make you roll on it. You're a big athletic boy.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to look at it. Is it? Actually, first of all, is it magical?
The scroll?
Yes.
It is not.
Okay. Is it written in that language?
It is written in that language that you do not read.
I shove it in my saddlebags and I continue on.
Okay.
Do I need to
As
make
you do that, you hear that noise that Diana heard before, the
Oh, I cancel this movement. Oh,
noise.
I hear that
It
down there in the
sounds
vale.
it sounds like it's coming from right behind you, but when you turn around, nothing is there.
Uh, uh,
You all right there, Sunshine?
Diana, I hear the noise
Where
and I
was it?
can't see it, but it sounded like it was behind me.
It is not pinging as magic to you.
It's not pinging as magic, and that concerns me.
Mm.
Whatever. I'm going to put my ear to the wall to listen if it's the wall it's like, because obviously it is nearby. Would I make like a
To try to hear
like
it through the
suss out
wall.
if it's like above in the wall?
I think
Not
that would be pretty survival and Aragorn-y nonsense, yeah.
okay, cool.
uh,
The same for me. 14.
Uh, you don't really hear anything in the wall that implies that there's a passage. But like you know from listening and in general that like there's obviously running water nearby.
Yeah,
But nothing special about this. Like the walls do not seem to be airtight in the first place, so there may be some air passing
that's
through
weird.
them,
The holes,
but
yeah.
that's not the source of that sound.
Okay. And you said it was coming towards like the direction.
Like when Diana heard it, it sounded a little weird, and Diana thought she saw something downstream for a second. She saw motion. For Aidin, he heard a noise, and it sounded like it was right behind him, but when he turned around, nothing was there.
Oh boy.
Also, I'm going to add a mystery scroll to your inventory.
Yay.
I'm trying to keep an eye on, see if I can see where the trail, like on the walls, I guess, for Shelara, where that's going.
I'm gonna get really close to Diana. It sounded right behind me. Or I guess close to it.
All right, I've added the scroll for you just so I don't forget it. All right, you guys are turtling up.
Yeah. And then following Anis's.
Do I need to roll to be trying to follow the trail?
Um, from down here, like no, it's pretty visible that the the path of whatever is going on with that goes down and around the right wall.
Okay. Follow the right wall.
Annis moves forward and can see stuff.
Can I assume that that's another?
You got some more daylight spots.
I'm gonna go.
Hey, yo.
Annis discovers books.
Annis discovers
Books.
books.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole wall.
Like a whole stack of books where standing.
There are books. Let's see. Verifying from your point of view, you should be able to see that there are a wall of books with an extra layer above that. Like there's a loft of books
Yeah.
and a wall of books under them, like a case of them. And also you can see that there are books like to the northwest, a little bit of it to the northeast. And in the far distance, you can barely make out that there are even more books in the far east.
And the trail goes this way.
The trail wraps around to the right and then to the southeast toward the water again.
Okay. But the scroll that or is that a scroll that I'm kind
The thing that you're next to right now?
of?
Yep, it's another one like the one that I'd found in the unknown language.
Can't read it. All right. I
Can't read it.
will. I'll pick it up and put it in my.
Okay, so as you do that, you hear that sound that the others heard, the sort of air passing through a small area, whooshing sound. And then you notice that the sound gets cut short. And it's not just that sound, the sound of the water flowing under your feet is cut short.
Oh.
All sound is gone.
Is this just for Annis or for everybody?
This is for Annis, and it is for Aidin, and it is not for Diana.
Ooh.
But Diana
my-
cannot hear anything coming from their area.
Fucking silence. I was about to ask if my detect magic is still going.
Your detect magic right now detects magic all around you.
Oh yeah, it's
That was not present before.
I immediately grab Anis's arm and I just
Yeah, she'll put it back
yeah.
down.
Like
You will
it's
not get an opportunity to do that yet because something else will happen.
Oh no.
But you do observe that something is happening.
He knows a silence spell just fucking popped off.
Yep.
This bitch. Because he too has it prepared. He knows this.
Well, let's let's get this set up.
I would say, I assume Diana can see all of this happening.
You see the sheer panic on this horseman's face.
So I assume Diana can see what's going on.
Uh, so Diana will be able to see what's going on in a second, because this is all happening about at the same. About the time Aidin realizes something's up, something else happens.
Ah.
So
I don't know if this impacts anything. I think as soon as Anise heard the sound of the water stop immediately, but doubt that'll impact anything.
she immediately what?
Let go
Oh,
of the
yeah.
scroll.
Which is fair. Oh, so many pop-outs. The game is mad at me. Figure out what's up with that later.
Oh dear.
So, with no ability to make a noise, um, Anise feels a stabbing pain in her right hand where she was holding the scroll a second before. And looking down, she can see blood just squirt out with no apparent source. Obviously, the source for the why it's doing that, but any like screaming or flinching noise you make is completely unheard.
And there's no like, it's just like suddenly stab and then blood.
Yep, suddenly stabbed in blood, and you can't hear anything.
I can't feel what's stabbing me.
You know something stabbed you. You don't see anything. Nothing is embedded in you. Um, but you've definitely been stabbed. And as you look over to your friends, like Aidin gets to see this is happening. At the moment, Diana is still looking ahead as she was looking around the corner and is unaware of this is going on. And Derek is carefully looking at the chair and the envelope on the ground near it, so he hasn't noticed this is happening yet. Although he seems to be coming to awareness that the sound went away at the same time that this. He just hasn't realized that Anise has been stabbed yet.
Does Diana notice anything ahead of her?
Uh, Diana sees a bunch of books, and there's a desk nearby that has some more scrolls on it. There's a quill sitting on one of those. Um, and overall, this looks like a pretty chill place, give or take another door that's been damaged to the side. And then there's actually an intact desk in the southwest, with some paper and some books on it.
She's gonna start walking in that direction. As she's heading towards that desk, does she catch anything out of the corner of her eye?
So as she moves the first 5 feet towards
Mm-hmm.
that, I will now do a proper initiative, and then we can lock in what everyone's doing accordingly. First initiative of the new game, guys.
Woo!
Hey, yo.
First initiative of the new year.
Yeah.
Jesus.
If we're given like the,
If you're given what?
can we do a thing before we?
Before you enter initiative?
Yeah.
Um, I will let each person do a thing, but you can't move.
No moving. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
because this is all happening very quickly and it's a bit disorienting, losing sense of sound. But if you want to take like an immediate, let's say you could take a reaction, but not an action. So if anyone has a reaction that applies right now, go for it.
I don't think I do.
No, it's an action. That's fine. I can do it on my turn. Actually, let me see if it's a reaction or it's an action.
Oh no, guys, we can't do anything with verbal components.
I know.
Shit.
I gotta get out of the range to.
All right, initiative has been rolled, just so you know. Penelope is ahead of Aidin.
Am I not last for once?
No, you're definitely last.
Oh.
Got a 2.
What? That means I rolled a 1. Damn. Well, we started the new year on my ritual.
Look, you used up your really good rolls last time we were on a call.
Wild shape is an action and not a reaction.
Um,
So, yeah.
yeah. I think well, actually, if you use a bonus action or an action, I think. No, that's for lunar or whatever ones, isn't it? Never mind.
Yeah.
It's for moon
I don't
druids.
think I have any other than maybe healing.
All right. Well,
But it's verbal. So
Derek will be up first then, since it doesn't sound like anyone has any reactions to play with right now.
No.
Nope.
Derek looks up from the envelope when he sees blood splatter. Sees Anise is standing there with what I'm assuming is a confused and pained look on her face and blood coming out of her hand. And he's looking around for a threat. So let's see how well Derek handles that. Okay, so Derek is looking around, and he moves over to where Anise is, and he essentially does his little Derek cartwheel flippy thing over here, all extra. And when he lands, he then shoves Anise 5 feet back. And as he does that, Anise, you can feel something rustling between your hair,
Ooh.
but you are not stabbed. And Derek, standing there in silence, is pointing down at the the water next to where Anise was before. And it, unfortunately, at the angle that you're at, you can't really get a good view, Aidin, but Anise can see that while there's nothing in front of her, there is a reflection of a woman in the water, and she is holding a large, um, like writing quill that is dripping with blood.
Hmm.
Because Derek rolled a 25 on perception.
Damn.
He's rolling well today. All that and
Someone.
initiative. And as he runs forward and does all of this stuff, that obviously draws Diana's attention
Yeah.
because he is being extra, and therefore she notices it because Diana has a sixth sense for people being extra.
He
Huh.
fits in well.
Man, I don't know what you're talking
It's like my kind, my people.
about. My people speak.
They're flipping.
All right, so let's. Do I set this manually now? They changed the interface on a lot of this stuff. There we go.
Penelope is in the combat track.
Yeah, we're ignoring that. That's just going to be where we do our fun asides of what she's doing because we said that would be fun, so I didn't take her off.
Okay.
Yay!
All right, so it's now Diana's turn, and she sees that Anise is bleeding, and Derek is flipping around and pointing at the water like a crazy person.
Oh shit!
Diana does have the ability to produce sound right now. She is not in whatever that effect is. That really obviously an attributed effect.
let's see. Da-da-da. All right, she's going to. Can she do a perception check to see
A perception check
if
to
she can notice anything?
like assess the threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Diana, please.
So from where she's at, she can't really get like a line of sight on whatever's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
But she does at least notice that from the blood trail of Anis's splatter that it came from something in the essentially in the square that Derek is pointing at, even though nothing is visible there.
Okay. So which direction is Derek pointing in?
I will make a marker. Well, there, but like a little bit to the bottom. Let me move it. There it is. That. That is what he is
And
pointing at.
it's in the water.
Yep. He's pointing at the water, not the ground above it.
Got it. She's gonna move over here.
Okay. As she moves that way, she hears the sound cut out
Completely.
completely.
So it's basically in the area she's standing in now.
Yep.
Could she notice like when
She
it
would have
cut out?
noticed it before she entered it. So I'm just gonna tell you because you all know what the spell is. I'll give you what the radius is. There's not really any secret to this. Like we all know what it is. Um,
Good, because I'm gonna destroy it.
Oh, good. Um, since she would have known that, can I
you
undo
can
her?
change where she went in her path. Yeah,
Okay. I don't know how to undo
I will just drag you back. I think you were
okay.
here before.
Something like that.
Somewhere. You're over here somewhere. Whatever. If it's close, we'll nudge it, but you're in that space-ish. So you used up 10 feet of your movement to get in the sound and realize something was wrong. So
Yeah.
we'll drag your first 10 feet to here, and that's where you noticed it. And so you've got the duration of your movement after that.
Okay. She'll move here
Okay.
and then here. That was the rest of it, right there.
Okay. So yeah, from over here, you can see from Derek's pointing, and now that you have more of a vantage on it, there's a reflection of a woman in the water in front of Derek, but you can't make out too much of it from here. It's kind of rough of an angle. You just spend a lot of time looking at ladies in water, so I'm giving you this one.
That's not my lady.
She's like, never mind. um, so she sees, and it looks like a reflection and not like.
It is rippling like a reflection. It is not like a projection out of the water. It's just a reflection in the water of something that isn't there above the water.
All right. Can she look up above that area and see if she can?
If she can see what?
If she can see like anything on the ceiling or anything.
She does not see anything on the ceiling.
All right, she's gonna. She's gonna point in the direction of it,
Uh-huh.
or the direction of where Derek is pointing, and just kind of like motion, like get out of the way if she can.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna Eldritch Blast in that area.
Okay. So to make this work, I am going to put a target on you, and you are going to roll with disadvantage
Oh boy!
because you don't know what you're targeting. Okay, so I don't know if it's automatically keyed in. I think it is, but just in case, just click on the disadvantage button and then roll your attack.
Ooh.
Okay, whatever it is, you blasted clear past it and you hit. What's the range on yours? Like 30 feet or something
On
on
Eldritch
your
Blast?
Eldritch Blast? Because it varies based on your specs.
It says 120 feet.
Oh, well, in that case, you blast one of the books in the area way over here. So you are an enemy of literature, and you will be judged for all time for destroying the Library of Alexandria.
Clutching her hand, she's just.
These are the books that you heard. I made a little thing over there. Those are
Oh
destroyed now.
no! And y'all got mad about
Listen,
the
finished playing through the London Sing Grand Order. This is basically what happened: is you shoot the book several
Yeah.
times.
Oh my god!
On a better note, I finally fucking cleared it.
I'm glad.
Anyway.
I'm happy for you.
You got what?
I finally cleared the London.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Finally, it
Hooray.
only took me like 500 years, but
It's
you know.
really boring. Welcome to
It's
Murica. Enjoy.
yeah.
Enjoy the guerrilla warfare adventures of Billy the Kid and Robin Hood.
And that's gonna conclude her turn.
All right. All right, we're gonna skip Hemlock in initiative unless you want Hemlock to be vulnerable to stuff in the future.
No, I don't want him to do anything specific.
That's fair. All right. So, at this point, Diana and Anise and Derek can all see the weird reflection in the water. So, we're gonna see what happens.
By the way, she stabbed me with the and it did.
Jeez.
It's a big stabby stab.
Big chunk.
I was like, jeez.
Oh.
Or she just rolls down.
Oh, we did wisdom saves. Okay.
Oh.
Yep. So, Diana passed. That's good.
Yeah.
Annis failed,
Oh.
and Derek failed the bad way.
Oh no.
So stuff's happening.
You barely passed.
Annis
Both y'all rolled sevens too. Jeez.
is frightened.
Oh.
She's scared.
I mean, to be fair, she's got stabbed really hard.
Derek is frightened. And Derek is looking real tired all of a sudden.
No, not again.
I was just thinking that.
And specifically for what the lot of you can see is, I'm just going to make it visible now to you. Like, Aidin can't see it yet, but the rest of you can. So I'm just going to make it visible on the
Who's
map.
gonna see it soon?
Boop, boop, boop. Become visible on the map. Stop hiding. What did I just tell you? How many times do I have to make you visible? There it is. So what you can see there is, um, it's the figure of a woman, which I'll show you the actual art of because we have it, so why not?
Whoa.
Oh, hey, girl, hey.
Yeah, it's a spooky lady.
Hey, at least she's not a spider.
But yeah, she, as you will notice, is decapitated, but her head's floating over that anyway. Um, and unlike the art here, you can see that this woman, um, contrary to this, pretty blue smoothness, like her skin is heavily burned, and
Oh.
she is covered in like scars and um, like bruises, and she has been burned heavily. Like her skin, in the ethereal sense, is very craggy. Like she's unfortunately been blistered. Like she died a terrible fate of probably having a burning building dropped on her. Um,
Ooh.
and as as you see her in her reflection, she's holding that bloody quill in one hand, and she's with her other hand holding a finger up over her mouth as she is shushing you.
Rude.
Does she look half elf and
She looks humanoid. You,
hmm.
My first thought too. Savannah's would recognize.
she does not look like anyone that was reported missing from Shalara's nonsense.
She's been here a hot minute then.
It could. This might be a check of some kind. Can I get a sense based on like her clothing style or
You can
who
roll
she is,
history if you want to try to place her clothing.
who she was? History. Oh, I don't have any bonuses. I rolled a disadvantage.
Um, because you're frightened.
Oh, okay.
Although I don't know why that affects this skill. Look up what frightened does in case I forgot a caveat, because 5e's not do frightened the same way as other games. Uh, let's see.
I was about to say, doesn't it usually tell you in
Oh,
actually?
a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within sight.
So
So,
all ability checks. Okay.
yep. And you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear. Um, so yeah, that's why, because you can still see her, you're rolling with disadvantage. You're having trouble placing her,
Yeah, it makes sense.
but generally speaking, this looks like it's older attire that would be in line with what you saw in the research that you could do with the documents that you pulled back from before. You can surmise even with the disadvantage 8 that this is probably someone who died in the you know burning of Alexandria. So that's fun. You've encountered an angry librarian ghost.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
It's you.
I'm alive. I'm also not a librarian.
Hey, it's Annis's turn.
Hey.
Yeah. Annis is going to grab Derek, backing up as far as she can, if
Okay.
he will go with her.
Yeah, he's terrified of this thing and is happy to be pulled away from it. As you drag though, you
She'll get
may
attacked.
get
Hmm?
attacked.
Yeah, I don't have like a disengage action.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's what she would do.
Yep, that's fair.
Maybe more like this way.
Okay, maybe she just rolled.
Stabs you
Jeez.
pretty hard as you move, but you do get away with Derek. Yeah, this time you can see because you actually know where she is. Um, her reflection is swinging that quill in the direction of where your reflection would be if you were on the water. And then you get stabbed hard in the arm as you are pulling Derek away. But you do both successfully get away. Derek looks exhausted. Like,
That was my movement. Okay. Action to drink a potion, I guess.
yeah, this is going to be one of those things where like your action was dragging him with your movement,
Oh,
but you can bonus to drink your potion. That's fine.
bonus action. Let's
Yeah.
see. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to remember how we used 44 for a. Then I would just grab 4, roll them, and then add.
For the item. Yeah, just do that and I'll add the HP back for you. Like,
And
there's a
then,
way to do this, but I don't remember, so we're just gonna do that right now.
and then I would obviously -1. Here's this one.
How
Nice.
lucky.
17. That's not bad.
That's pretty good. So yeah, so you ended up on healing 13 with that. Plus
Yeah.
the is it 44 or is it 44 plus 4?
44 plus 4, so that'd be
Okay,
17 total.
17 healed. Okay, so your wounds go down. Um,
I technically have a speed of 30 feet, but I feel like maybe we'd end up like there.
yeah, that's fine. You are also no longer in the silent zone. Hooray. So how's Penelope enjoying her Sunday afternoon?
Jesus.
I assume this is all that same day after they left.
Yeah, this is like this is the afternoon of that Sunday.
Well, she would spend the first hour of that day just like grumbling about how dumb she is, or not how dumb she is, about how dumb she thinks they were in the cave. And then she decides to. She's just like, all right, no, me complaining about this isn't going to bring them back any quicker. And so she's just going to. She's going to spend the first part of her Sunday, like, just chilling. You know,
Fair.
having a good.
Having a nice time, not getting stabbed or anything.
Yeah.
Fair. All right. Now it is Aidin's turn.
I'm gonna.
Did it drag the map all the way up for all of you?
Like the brightness?
No, like the location. I think when I
Uh,
advanced it to like the next thing on the combat tracker, which is like Map Merlin, um, it jumped up there on the streaming screen because that is Merlin. So I'm
okay.
wondering if they've implemented the thing where it jumps to whoever is active, because I
Hmm.
don't remember that being on before.
Huh. Yeah, it didn't do anything for me.
Because like all of you are on the screen all the time, so that might have been the first time it had a reason to jump. But if it
No,
didn't
never
move your
mind.
screens, I won't worry about it.
It just zoomed way in on Aidin.
Fair enough.
1 second, but yeah.
So hey, Aidin,
Alright.
you're in a quiet place.
Yeah, I am. What I am going to do is. I don't want to get in Diana's way, but I need to see how far I am. Okay, so I'm like 20 from her right now. Sorry, I couldn't find like a calculator. Or like a. Could go here. Okay. I'm a horseman. I have 50 movement. And I'm fucking speed running. I want to jump across the gap. 20. And then I want to 30, 40. I want to get here. I want to come around, so I think If you can move me so I can see,
Yeah, Diane is about where your cursor was.
yeah, this, so I can actually get out of the, shit, because I need him to actually get out of the,
right?
to realize he's there.
Because your movement
It's
is
50.
50, right?
Yes, it's 50.
Yeah. So
So
50
he'll
would get you
realize,
to there. Yep.
yeah, he'll realize he'll hit the barrier right and
Right at
kind of skirt
25, he
along.
figures out where it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
that way I can make
Zoom.
sure I am close to Diana. Let me see, am I 30? Yes, okay, you're 30 within me. Don't move, okay. And then I'm going to... Okay, I'm popping my bond. It's only going to affect you right now because you're the closest. We're probably going to tank this out and deal with the situation. Out like he's bonding himself to you. So whenever you do an attack roll or an ability check, like a save, you can only do it once per turn, but you get a D4.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So he's gonna pop that. It's a domain feature. I can't remember if that's the actual action or if I just pop it and it just
Um,
is a thing, I think.
I pretty much everything is some kind of action. Let's just see what kind
Yeah.
it is.
So I'm trying. I don't.
Because isn't it your channel divinity that does that?
Yes, it's my
Or
channel divinity. And
yeah.
divinity is weird because you can pop them in.
All right, let's see. Channel divinity.
Let's see. Yeah, it just says you can use this feature a number of times equal your proficiency.
Affected by your emboldening bond. Is emboldening bond the actual thing?
That's what I'm reading right now.
Yeah.
And then it upgrades to like.
Okay. Emboldening bond. You can forge an empowering bond among people who are at peace with one another. As an action, you choose a number of willing
Oh, yeah, yeah.
creatures within 30 feet of you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So
There's so much text. I'm
yeah,
like
yeah, there's a
struggling.
lot. So it's an action. So that can be your action, and then you'll both be emboldening bonded.
Okay, and I'll let her know that I can the silence on the next round, so we can keep our distance for now at least. And
Cool.
yeah, you've been boosted.
Woo!
All right, so cool.
And I'm assuming I have visual and
Oh, on the thing.
yeah, and she's like
Um,
really
from where you are with all the stuff that's going on, I'm not going to make you roll perception to see it. Um, it's there.
cool.
You can see it in the water.
Excellent. All right, I'm gonna mark off my emboldening bond. Oh.
Okay, so for each of you, because you only get to use it once a turn, I'm just going to ask you to manually roll your d4 because I don't want you to waste it on the first time it auto rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's there.
Woohoo!
You got choices to use with it.
Also, because I did the roll for the end of Anis's turn, she's no longer frightened.
Okay, I was gonna. Yeah. Cool.
So I'm going to get rid of that effect now because you overcame it.
Yay. I don't have any bonus actions, I don't think. So I will. Now, does she ping? She still doesn't ping as magic. She
No, she's just a ghost.
just goes, okay.
Yeah, like the spell of silence is magic, but
Yeah, I just
like
wanted to double check nothing else like wrong. Like, not even if it was her.
like you are not picking up on, well, like let me just check from all the locations that you just ran by 1 second because you just covered a lot of ground.
I did, yeah, I was
So
missing
I
anything.
think you ended up within range of the light source to the right, knowing that's magic.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, none of the other stuff that you ran by there pings as new magic to you.
Cool. Cool. Perfect. That's my turn then.
Could Annis give me 2 Constitution saving throws? I want to see if you lost your concentration on Pass Without Trace, because we didn't actually have it keyed up automatically.
The
Annis's
Annis's
she's not.
Oh,
player stepped away for just
Yeah.
a second.
that's fair. I'll make her roll them. I
Cool.
have that power.
Ah,
I was hoping.
First one holds. Second one holds. Yep, she's good.
Hey yo,
yay!
Derek, you can concentrate on looking fabulous.
So that was the end of Aidin's turn, right?
Yeah. I don't have any bonus action.
All right. It's back to Derek.
You
Just your
You made a
concentration
no.
Oh,
to hold the concentration.
Yeah, you passed
Oh.
we forgot, it didn't automatically do them because we didn't set it up right when you first cast it, but you did not lose your Pass Without Trace from either of the times you got stabbed. And
Oh,
you
cool.
did pass the automatic check to see if you were still frightened at the end of your turn, so you're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, so now just over to Derek, who is still frightened at least until he gets another roll at the end of his turn. He's also tired. And he cannot move closer to the thing that scared him.
Oh,
So his monk abilities are somewhat limited. They're not known for their range attacks. Um, let's see if there's anything he can do.
Give Annis another healing. Chug.
So actually, because he knows they're next to water now and he knows how this works, he is going to in turn pick up Annis and take her to her happy place, which is all these
Yeah.
bugs, and away from the water, because that's all he can do. Like, he could probably do other stuff, but he can't actually get closer to attack it, so he's going to be up here for a little bit. Oh, neat. Monk ability I forget about. He's going to use his stillness of mind to end his frightened condition.
Ooh.
Monks have so many weird abilities that I forget about. I feel like if I played a monk dedicated, I'd learn them all, but I haven't, so yeah. No longer frightened, still exhausted, and will probably continue to be so till nap time. All
Woo!
right. So that is Derek. It is Diana's turn.
All right, she gonna pew pew yet again.
Gonna pew pew.
Yeah, she gonna pew pew.
You can attack her with disadvantage.
No!
Yeah, shooting at invisible stuff.
Oh, I just targeted myself.
Well, don't do
Let me
that.
try that again.
I'm glad you missed yourself, but don't do that.
Let me just not attack myself. Oh, I hit. I think.
Was your attack on it with disadvantage? Because I only saw one die.
Fuck. No!
Diana's war on books continues.
No.
Fuck.
All right, another chunk of books have been destroyed.
Since she
Do you
can't,
want to use your second blast? Because I think you have 2.
she does, and she's gonna. Yeah, she. Time. I will roll it properly.
Do you want me to target her for you?
I got it. Okay,
Hey.
that's better.
That one you hit. That time you hit.
Huh.
Apply violence.
Come on. Do a thing. Okay. 5.
Ow.
Ow.
Did it apply the 5 to that? I don't think it took the damage. I can mark it. That's fine. I just thought it was
Yeah.
weird. Just want to make sure you didn't apply a damage to yourself or something. You did not. Okay. So 5
Nope.
damage to it.
Oop.
Not 5 temp HP, 5 damage.
Too hard.
Enjoy your wound.
Yeah. Take that, ghost.
And now it has to see if it loses concentration. Oh yeah, silence over. It has lost its
Hey.
concentration.
Appreciate it.
So I'm just going to get rid of that whole effect. Boop. Silence
Hooray.
over. The sound returns. Not that any of you are in the space anymore, but if you were, it would have returned. All right, so that is Diana.
Oh, she hasn't moved. Wait, does she? I forget. Does the second Eldritch
Does it what?
cancel out movement?
No.
Or no?
No, it doesn't. You've got just 2.
I think at your level you used to have the 2.
Yeah. Okay, so she's gonna take a step there. Just that did anything with the silence? And I mean,
You
I
have
know.
verified that the silence is gone.
Cool. She's gonna get a little.
Fuck her up.
And that's where she ends her turn because
You're gonna fight me.
she's like, "Fuck you."
That's fair. Okay, well, not surprisingly, as a ghost librarian who just watched you blast 2 bookcases with wanton abandon,
New target acquired.
she does
Honest.
not like you.
Oh.
You're a much bigger problem than that person who was stealing library materials.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's why she didn't like surprise
All right.
from the library
That's
itself.
the
Yeah.
information.
Oh, you get
Well, now-
stabbed.
Oh,
So,
Damn.
in a very light Yagami movement, it swings its arm and it goes across, and bam, a new cut appears along Diana's cheek.
Holy
Oof.
moly.
is it in the exact same spot?
On the other side,
Ah. She's
Oh,
like, damn.
how hurt are you?
17 points of damage hurt out of 64.
Okay.
You're doing good. We got this. Believe in us.
Diana uses a reaction to spit at the ghost.
Hecked off.
you spit, goes through the air, and then hits the water, and then flows down over the ghost's reflection, and it glares at you. And that'll be the ghost turn. It is Anis's turn.
Anise is no longer frightened.
Correct.
Okay. Is there? Trying to.
Sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear you.
Sorry. Close enough. Okay. I'm gonna move.
Gonna move to there.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a quick athletics check because you're going to be fantastical when you jump down from the upper bookshelf.
Oh, I didn't realize I was all the way.
Yeah, you're like a bookshelf up. He brought you to the safety reading nook. You're fine.
That could have been bad.
Yeah, you look real cool while you do it.
I got so scared for you.
Okay.
You
And I
jump
think
down
I'm
like it's nothing, and then you spring across the water, and you land on the edge of that part, I guess.
okay. I think I'm close enough. Knowing that, can I see where the reflection is?
From where you're at, you cannot see where the reflection is, but you know where she was, and given Diana's right next to it, you can
Okay.
safely assume that she's not moved because Diana just moved there
Okay.
and then
So
got stabbed.
In the
from
face.
from dealing with the ghosts, damage them.
What was that?
From dealing with ghosts before, I know that can damage
That what can damage them?
magic.
Yeah, magic can damage them.
Okay.
You're
I'm
not
gonna
aware
do.
of any immunity they have, with the exception of don't use necrotic. You know that much.
I'm going to produce flame, and then I can attack with the flame within 30 feet. Make a spell attack. It takes 1d8. Oh wait, hang on. It's 2d8 now. Okay. Range spell attack. Oh, good idea. Gonna guess I did not hit her.
Um,
Oh,
you you did.
Should
It
it
does
have been
not
with
have a
dis-
high AC. It's a librarian who's been crushed by a building.
Should it have been with a disadvantage?
Um, oh, because of the fact that it's invisible. Yeah. Just do it again.
Okay.
well, shit. It still
That
hit.
also
Yeah.
hits. Like the AC is very low. We just have to roll with disadvantage. So you hit.
Nice.
Okay. So when you throw your fire that way, um, an outline appears in the air for a moment where the reflection of the woman in the water would have, been cast from next to Diana. And you can see a look of seething hatred on this woman's face as the flames illuminate parts of her briefly. Um, you don't get the impression that the fire is the most effective thing, but she hates it. Um, just
Is
the look
fire
on her
breathing?
face is like, what's left to burn? But
Oh.
he's not happy.
Target reacquired.
You can.
Because, like, Aiden, how do you feel about them if they're dead? Whole not killing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like, per Aidin's religion, he's not a big fan of the undead.
Nope. He's got to pass her on.
All right. 10 seconds have gone
Jeez.
by and Penelope is still having a good time.
She will eventually move. I don't know, reading a book or something, because
Sure.
not the day off.
She's looking at all these books and thinking to herself, man, I sure am glad no one's ever Eldritch Blasted my bookcase. And then it's Aidin's turn.
Yeah, like Aiden's like, this poor ghost is trouble. I gotta return it to the other side. Like, uh, I'm going to aim at like outline happen that we see where.
Could you
Anise.
guys maybe be a little closer to where your microphone is? You're cutting in and out.
Oh,
Or
okay.
maybe that's me not having bandwidth. I don't know which.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay. I'm
Let's
saying
a little.
Aidin, very much of the mindset, gotta go to the other side. Like, she's had a bad. She shouldn't be here, and she's still, like. So he's gonna aim where that outline appears.
Okay.
She got really angry at Anise. And I'm going to bolt her.
You're doing what?
I'm gonna guiding bolt her.
Okay. You do not have to roll with disadvantage anymore now that it's been lit up for a moment.
Okay.
Like, it's not a forever thing, but she hasn't moved yet, so you know where to aim.
Shit, I forgot to do my actual. Let me add my spell to hit and my D4. I didn't do it in the actual guiding area. Ignore that I'm about to use. I can just get a 2. Nope, I got a 10. Alright, I didn't hit.
So you got a 10?
I got a 10. Yeah, I needed a 2.
Got it. So yeah, your bolt flies by and whooshes. So like your total ended up being 10. Yeah, that wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
But it flies wide and does not hit books.
Also fair. Yeah, that is my turn.
Okay. Derek, um, looking across the way at all this nonsense, uh, steps behind this bookcase and then steps out from behind this rock down here next to Diana
Oh, hi.
and then walks up to this ghost and proceeds to try to punch the shit out of it.
Oh, Derek.
Gonna punch him.
Normal
Gonna-
doesn't affect ghost.
Yeah, but he's fighting type.
Mm, not very effective.
Through the magic of having a checklist of monk abilities, he has key empowered strikes, which means that his punches are magic.
Oh, you're right.
So that's fun. So he's a go punch punch. Derek, your list is too big. Stop it. The problem with monks is they're just a giant list of abilities and most of them suck. All right, Derek, let's target properly now because I don't want to do this 3 times. All right, so a punch
Go, Derek, go.
and a punch. He hits it and flurry of blows. We, as monk. And punch. So
Damn,
he
she.
goes, what? And hits it 3 times as its burning embers start to fade away. And then he glares at it and he says something under his breath that only Diana can hear. And what he says is incredibly corny, actually. But he thinks he's cool. And it's a good thing that only Diana can hear it and can choose whether or not she says anything later because it comes out to libraries closed. In his defense, he's very tired.
Oh my god.
And then it's Diana's turn.
Diana's just gonna look at him and be Really? Library's closed? Come
Look,
up with
I'm very
anything better?
tired, okay? Look, I did not bring my A material.
Well.
Anyway,
Okay.
it's almost dead. You should kill it. Like
Yeah, I
more.
probably should. Yeah, she's just gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Point blank.
Yeah.
Finger guns.
So I would say that normally she runs thing where she just points at it, but just because she's been hanging around John the last few days, try the
Trying the finger guns. Oof.
Well,
The finger
That's a
guns.
that's a point blank execution shot.
Jesus.
Yeah, for real.
that's a Yusuke Urameshi move right there.
Did it give you your crit
Uh,
bonus?
huh?
Did it actually apply the critical?
I don't think
No.
so.
Well, just roll the damage die again.
Do what?
Just roll the damage die again. Like, it seems like a lot of the automation is broken, so just you can roll the damage a second time. It'll be fine.
Okay. Oh, now it works.
Now it does. Whatever. Blap blap.
So a total of 9.
Sure. You can hit it with a second
Um,
shot.
Oh, she does get a second shot. Fuck.
Yep.
Mess her.
Oh wait,
up.
no. Fuck. I already fucked it up.
Or you can. We'll roll the attack.
I
What is happening?
don't know.
It doesn't matter. You hit it. It's dead.
Yeah, it's dead. It's
2
dead.
points.
Yeah.
Gone.
So you hit the thing, and looking down at its reflection in the water, um, it seethes at you as it fades away. And the last thing it does on the way out is it holds a finger up over its mouth and shushes you one last time.
And as the ghost is dying, she's just like, it looks like it's time for you to check out.
Derek looks at you and nods.
And it's still bleeding is like, have to antagonize.
Yes, I did.
Aidin does a prayer for her and just hope that she doesn't wake up angry and.
Okay, so like
That was my fault. That was my bad.
at least we found books. Well,
Yeah, let
looks over at the damage. At least most of us found books, and only one of us tried to destroy them.
look. It's not my fault the books were in my way. I was aiming for the ghost library. Probably thought we had some like overdue books or something. I don't know. Is everyone okay? Ennis, are you still dying?
Well, I am still bleeding a little. I would appreciate a rest, but I can also just take a potion if we want onward. No one else got hurt other than the two of us, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
I can heal you both.
I could go for a moment if we want to take a moment.
Yeah, you look exhausted.
Yeah, it was very tiring. She reminded me of private school librarians. Only she was,
Ooh.
only a little less violent. I'm gonna
Did
go
you?
sit down on a chair now.
Okay.
Ugh.
Diana's gonna go up to Annis and be like, "Here, I don't know how to heal, but here's a band-aid."
Oh, thank you. She just takes it and also follows.
And
Oh,
then she'll
okay.
also head over there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Like,
take care of it.
if you would like to take a short rest, you can expend some health dice to get your HP back.
No, that was exactly what I was gonna. So, roll it once.
Huh?
As
Or
many hit dice as you want.
You can roll them individually until you're comfortable with it. I know some people house rule it rolling all at once, but that feels really bad. So
And how many times do I get to again?
you
You have
have
up to
up to your level.
Up to your
yeah.
level. Okay.
Like technically, the dies themselves
Ooh.
correspond to what
Oh, I counting
level you
down.
took in them, but for your purposes, that should probably cover it because you're all one level or one class right now.
There we go.
Also, you get back any things you get back on a short rest.
Woohoo!
Get all those Eldritch Blasts back.
That's fair, yeah.
I say I didn't think she ran out of Eldritch.
She did not.
I was gonna say while they're healing or they're
They're
taking
cantrips.
while
Yeah.
they're taking a rest, can I I guess before these pings go away, is anything popping off magical light around here?
Oh, in terms of like magic-y stuff.
Yeah, before my 10 minutes are over.
As you wander over to the left, I'll let you look over there. Looking past that broken door, you find some more open doors, and there's a desk at the end, and some other desks, and a light in the middle. And you,
Is
let's
that
see
a
your
closed door or is
radius.
that like an open door down there?
It's an open door.
Okay.
I didn't want to make you just go through and have to open a million doors.
Okay, thank you, yeah.
Yeah. So you get into here, and
Just not
looking in there, what you can see before everyone takes their rest is that there's a completely destroyed door to the north.
okay.
Um, and there are like some scrolls and some papers and some stuff like that around. And just make sure that your point of view works. You can see that um, to the northwest and the southwest, like the walls have been damaged, like something just busted through those. And the path just to the north, where that wall is, or where the door is broken, um, you can't really see around, but it looks like there's been a cave in. Like a bunch of rocks fell down in that path.
Yeah, he'll just and nothing magical is procking.
As you get to where you are right now, you get one sense of magic from the area, and that is a. I'm just going to drag you forward so you can see it because you're like one square away from it. There's a book sitting up on display. It appears to be magic.
Oh, and that I was wondering if that was okay, part of the sigil or not.
Nope, it is
Any
a book.
schooling I can pick up from it?
And he's, oh, what school of magic?
Yeah.
One sec. I will check.
I'm gonna bring this information back to y'all. Because the cave-in matches what you were talking about in that one place above, wasn't it? Or not the cave-in, like the wall being busted.
It
Similar.
wasn't a cave in, but the wall was.
The wall was
Yeah.
busted in that direction, yeah.
Yeah, and there's
Transmutation is the vibe that it gives you. That book is giving you transmutation vibes.
Meanwhile, Ennis is like, that was so up. Good idea.
It's okay. We all make mistakes. I mean, I usually don't, but it's okay. And she just like reaches over, and is on the arm. I say, didn't you try and steal most of the books the last time we were here too?
I wasn't trying to steal them. I was trying to save them.
I think Aidin like kind of walks up and is like, to be fair, books aren't really trapped. Can't help ghost. Trapped here, not actual.
I mean, some books are traps. Have you ever tried to read The Lord of the Rings at 3 in the morning?
That is a trap.
That
You're
is a
right.
trap.
Aidin just looks at both of you. Speaking of books, magical book that way for caution.
What kind of magical book?
It reads transmutation.
Hmm.
I have sneaky suspicion whose it is.
Did you take a look at it?
I
or-
did not want to touch without everyone.
Yeah,
Rest
I was
first.
gonna say, I'm not
Probably
going to
smart.
touch it, but can I go over and look at it? I'm gonna go over and look at it.
Yeah, it's like he just wanted to wait for y'all to finish. So if we're all gonna go together,
Well, this is just Diana going like, I just want to see if I can get a better view of it. and
yeah.
Get an idea of what it
There you
is.
go.
There is, in fact, a book sitting up on a little raised platform.
All right. See. She's gonna use perception to see if she can notice anything the book,
Sure.
or like a title or anything, or stuff like that. Oh dear.
You can't really tell. It looks almost like there's a stick figure on it. It's admittedly
This is-
pretty far from the light, and you are still human.
True.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, Sunshine, come here. You can see in the dark pretty well, right?
These goggles actually help.
Okay, can you come look at this? I'm having a might really
Oh,
need to.
I thought the book was right here. You're looking over it.
No, it's right here.
Oh, I completely missed. Okay.
That was why I moved you up a little bit, because I think that was in your blind spot from the doorway.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you notice about it?
I
Can
will
you
perception.
tell us on the cover?
And I still have my D4, I think. Because I think the bond adds to skill checks too, if I remember.
It's like pseudo blessing.
Double checking. Yeah, an ability check. Okay, so I still have it there. Perception. And then, come here. One moment. 15.
Yeah. Looking at it where it's sitting there, like it's not actually open, contrary to the picture, but the book sitting there does have the figure of a. It's kind of humanoid on it, but it's very abstract. Like it's got two legs, two arms. It's some kind of creature, but it's very under detailed.
It's got a weird. I mean, it looks like a human body on it.
Oh, okay, I can see that now. I thought it was something. Maybe it's. Oh goodness.
It's
who
got her
knows?
notes. I mean, I need to be able to reverse what she's done. Granted, I already did. I just need to put them to the other side.
The way the last thing went, probably not going to be able to. I think the best we can do from here is keep going, track her down, and take her out. And then if there's if any of our victims are still alive, then we'll deal with them when we get there.
So, pick it up carefully in case there is any slim hope.
I mean, you can pick it up if you want. I personally will not be touching.
I don't say that.
Wrap it in a cloth for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Just like the seed. And just wraps it.
Yeah, so you go, you pick it up.
With a cloth in my hand.
Yeah, I'm letting you know you did pick it up. It
I
did
did
not bite you.
Yes. I will say, can I open it really quick with the cloth, like, keeping, like, everything? Because he's going to remember.
I mean, you can do whatever you want to try, and I'll tell you what happens.
Does it open?
When you attempt to pull it open, it does not seem to open.
Interesting. Okay, so she does have it magically locked, I assume. Actual lock.
I mean, you don't see any locking mechanism on it, but it does not open when you try to pull on it.
Okay. I was going to say her last notes were thinking Elvish, and you were the
I mean,
no. Yeah, you and Annis both. I cannot read Elvish, so if we do have a slim hope.
if you would like to hold open the notes while I look at
Oh, it won't open. It's locked.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna need some magic undoing, which I can do later, but I'm not gonna waste a resource currently if we need to keep going. If there is hope. If there's no hope, then we just destroy this thing later. So no one else can try and copy her notes and do what she's done.
whatever you want to do.
Okay. Unless someone out there has also learned how to... We're putting it away for now. Just wraps it, shoves it in the bag. We'll
So is
figure
it
it
in
out.
your bag of holding?
Oh yeah, it's
Or your
wrapped in
saddlebags, I guess.
Yeah.
The saddlebags of holding.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It's
what
in
Aidin
my
has.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
Alright, I will add an item to your inventory.
guess we are resting until then. And then Aidin will let Annis know if that's what I found. It definitely.
Oh, actually, as you're putting it in to your saddlebags,
Oh.
it sticks to your prayer book.
Ah! I'm pulling it apart. I'm pulling it apart.
It is not letting go of your prayer book.
No. I'm pulling out the glittery holy, dousing it.
Pulling out the what?
The glittery holy water of Elden.
Okay.
And I'm
Still
pouring
sticking
it.
to your book.
Diana,
Mm.
Annis, you're librarian status. You read a lot. Both of you are intelligent people. It is stuck to my prayer
Are
book.
you saying this
It's like Sylvan. It's jumping between Sylvan and like.
around the... Okay. Don't go anywhere.
Alright, I've added an entry for a transmutation book that sticks to books.
Oh my fucking god! It's stuck to my prayer book. No.
Are you still open, or are you still able to open?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I tried to open it.
You try to open it?
I tried to open my book. My like.
Your prayer book
Yeah.
opens just fine. It's just got another book stuck to it.
God. It just shows you where it's just stuck.
I don't see a problem other. Maybe it's stuck magically.
You just like walk into the room, Annis, where it's just this random ass book stuck to the prayer book, and he's just like, ah.
Oh, I ran past you. Well, okay. What's the... Oh.
It won't come off, and the books are
Hey, what?
they're covered in glitter. It's my.
Oh
It's
yeah,
it's the
that's all
cover.
you.
It is all me.
So that book is Shelara's, and it's stuck to your book.
It's stuck to my book.
Hang on, okay. And it's still covered in the...
It's covered in cloth and whole, and it's still stuck.
Okay, Annis is going to
I might actually have to pop
grab
this.
onto Shelara's book.
Okay.
Obviously, over it. Alright, hold on.
We just start pulling.
Pull in, just to see.
If it comes undone.
I mean, you could both do an athletics check to tug.
Athletics? Okay.
Oh. And my fucking. That's an 18.
12.
So when you do that, it does not separate, but also you notice that apparently Aidin's prayer book is more durable than you would have expected because the amount of force you're putting on this seems like it would have ripped the cover off of it.
Well,
Oh
this
my
is
goodness.
fascinating.
A dang good book.
Hang on, I've got. She's going to.
My last resort is dispelling magic on that book.
Yeah, I have Dispel Magic.
You can target a with it.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna like drag myself around. Say I go the room back where like Derek is. Random book on the shelf. Hello?
Sorry, you're dragging me back to the room where Derek is?
Yeah, I just unless I have to drag myself around.
No, you can go ahead. I'll drag you in. What are you trying to do?
Just grab a random book off the shelf.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow you. Just
And you're grabbing a random book off the shelf?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go back over to Aidin and stick the book onto the Shelara's spell book on the other side.
It
See if it
sticks to
lets
it.
go.
Yep.
Does it let go of the prayer book?
Nope. You now have 3 books stuck together.
Oh my god.
How many more did she?
Yeah, she goes back and gets another book.
She's about to
Repeat.
make a giant.
She's gonna stick it to the outside of the book that she just stuck to it to see if it also sticks.
It does.
Oh no!
Oh,
no!
Um,
I'm gonna use the resource at this point because Aidin's just
do it.
like, yeah, I'm
I
gonna.
can spell magic. I don't want it to mess up your book.
You can target. It's okay. It's like if you want to save your spells, I'll do it. And you have a lot more offensive stuff than I do.
That's fair.
I'll target Shelara's book and just dispel magic. If
Okay.
it's higher than 3rd level, but I actually have to roll for it.
I mean, what level you're using?
The base, which
So
I think
3rd
is
level?
3rd. Yeah, but if the book itself is like
Right.
some magic of 3rd, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, go ahead and roll.
Oh no. Equals 10. Plus the spell. An ability check using my spellcasting ability. Okay, so that's plus 7. I think.
It is stuck.
9 plus wait 11.
It's stuck.
No, there was a 3rd. You just see the panic rise.
Well, you can still use your book, right? It's just that her book is stuck to it, and now there's 2 more books. I could try. You could just dispel it, and it didn't work. Try it. It might just have to be like this.
I'm just gonna show up to Shelara and be, I've got your book, whether I like it or not.
Yeah, let's stick a few more onto it and turn it into. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I could set it on fire.
Oh, he would act at the end. Do not like.
So
Fire
since you've
that.
got a weird thing to think about, I think we're gonna stop there since otherwise
yeah.
you're probably gonna end up angering a ghost librarian or something as you keep sticking books to books. But we'll call
Does
it there for now.
count?
Huh?
Sorry. What?
What did you ask?
I asked, does this count as one book at checkout?
I guess you'll find out.
And then what'd you say at the very end of that?
Oh, I just said that we're gonna call it for now because it's getting late and we've been doing this for a while. But
Yeah.
that's a fun thing to think about for a week.
Oh boy.
The weird world of mysteries that you
Oh,
wandered
ew.
into.
We've been rolling really low.
Really have.
Yeah.
So many ones and twos.
I mean, I'm impressed at how often you manage to roll a 2 no matter what size the die is.
God.
Jesus. It's always the dumb stuff where he's actually not supposed to. The Arcana checks.
Yeah.
Always. I'm gonna
Don't
go
worry,
back
if
to
you
that
ever
one.
became proficient with them, you would instantly suck at it.
Honestly, I'm gonna go back to the Grand Marshal and be like, I'm ready for my next.
But yeah, so we'll pick up on this next time. Like that's a fun thing. You got to fight some stuff and you got to be stabbed,
Yeah,
all the good stuff. The experience is here.
yeah.
Hooray.
I got to refreshen up on fighting.
Yeah.
Maybe if I slide a sword between the books and the card.
You are welcome to spend a week coming up with your Mythbusters tests for when you get back if you want to see what this does.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna be like, your book's in here somewhere. Is there 7 stack of because Anna's
Like
class?
I'm just
Yeah.
glad you put it somewhere with another book and you didn't just get to ignore it forever.
I'd be like, Eldath, we're bringing in the knowledge from Alexandria now. I go, honestly, it's like, here's these books. They're attached to other books. How? I do not fucking know.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm concerned about this book.
Well, you can think about it for a bit. So I'm going to go walk the dog, so I'm going to call it tonight. But
Yeah.
thank you,
yeah.
everybody, for being here. We will get back into routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Mm.